Roy and Bill Johnson, many felt James Hillis and his university men's basketball team may struggle a bit in 1999. Those that thought that were wrong. Thanks to GPAC Player of the Year Dale Holmes and Rookie of the Year Ashley Yeaman and a cast of others, the Cougs were within a game of dethroning Brandon as regular season champ. It's no secret this team wants another shot at the Bobcats, but they can't overlook the University of Manitoba. Perhaps that is what happened in Game 1 of this best-of-3. A late basket and a Bison win, putting the Cougars at death's doorstep. A win is needed now, where the road to Halifax simply ends up being a stop at the neighborhood convenience store for a bag of chips and a Coke, and thoughts of what could have been. Welcome to the pack in this man's GPAC basketball semifinal. Game 2, the U of R Cougars, who are behind the 8 ball against the University of Manitoba Bisons. I'm Mitchell Blair, along with former Cougar Drew Hunter. And Drew, it's nail-biting time for the home side.
Yeah, backs against the wall. Gut check time, I guess. You can use all those cliches. The Cougs in a one-game series tonight.
75-73 was the result in Game 1 for the University of Manitoba. From what I understand, intensity lacked just a little bit for James Hillis' squad.
Yeah, Coach Hillis and some of the players, every interview you saw, they said that their intensity was down, maybe looking forward to the Bobcats a little bit. But I think tonight you're going to see a different team. Back, focused, and ready to go.
The guy that James Hillis on the floor right now, speaking to the crowd, honoring some of the players that are in their last games. Let's go to him.
Great players, Kevin Gilroy and Billy Johnson. And I think that, from time to time, maybe Dave didn't get the recognition that he deserved. And we were very excited that he stayed around for his 5th year to play and has been a real integral part of the success we've had this year. Some of David's accomplishments: David was an academic All-Canadian for us, which I think, given the workload that athletes carry, we're always very proud when they achieve not only high standard on the court, but also in the classroom. David also set a school record this year for field goal percentage, shooting 70% from the floor. And probably the biggest olive branch that I can give David is he's easily been the hardest working guy day in and day out in practice. And we'd like to shake his hand and wish him well in his future endeavors.
Thanks, Dave. You would know pretty well since you played with him.
Yeah, Dave, a great round of applause, and well-deserved. He's put a lot of time in here, and it's great to see Dave get the time that he so deserved, playing behind the likes of Gilroy and Johnson. Maybe he didn't get the time he would have had other programs, but he stepped it up this year, had a fantastic season, and like Coach Hillis said, field goal percentage record is 70%. That's not too bad.
Take a half hour it would take to read through all of them. That's Dale Holmes. Dale Holmes will step forward. Dale is first-team GPAC All-Star for the past 3 years. This year he was awarded the most outstanding player in the conference, following up on our Kevin Gilroy won that award last year, so that's 3 consecutive years that we've had that award go to a Cougar basketball player, which we're quite proud of. Dale also led the nation in scoring this year. When I first came to the Cougar basketball program, Dale was a graduate of Tom Collegiate. He had been out of the program he'd been out of high school, for 3 or 4 years. I think he was working at the Hotel Saskatchewan. And I met him in a senior men's game, and I remember Dale had previous acquaintance. Dale was one of these guys that was always at Spring League, always willing to score keep if you ever needed an extra guy to make 5-on-5 or 3-on-3. At that time, I was in university playing basketball, and Dale and a couple of his buddies, Jeff Esch, Chris Esch, they were always willing to come out and play. He's basically a self-made player. He just worked himself in. If you've seen his shot while it goes in, it's not one that you kids out there should try and imitate. But just through sheer repetition and force of will, he came and asked me, he said, do you think I'm good enough to play? And I said, well, you're good enough to play, but you're not in good enough shape. And I think that whole summer, I think every day, I wonder actually if maybe Dale was stalking me, because every time I pulled out of the parking lot here, I'd see Dale running around the university. He might have just been sitting in the tennis courts and then started running when I came out. But But he came back. He came back in the fall, and he was clearly the most best conditioned athlete that we had try out for the team that year. And he earned his spot. He played quite a bit in his first year, didn't start too many games, the odd one, and slowly worked himself to the point where he's the 5th leading scorer in Cougar basketball history. I think he's bumped me down the list a little bit. He's top 10 in Cougar rebounding at a point guard position, which I think is really quite amazing. He's an excellent candidate for All-Canadian. I wish we'd had those votes in, because I'd like to be able to tell you that it is the All-Canadian, but hopefully you'll be reading about it in the newspaper next week. And really goes out of this program as arguably, it's always tough to compare between eras, but arguably the best Cougar guard ever to put on a uniform.
Drew, Dale Holmes is a guy. There's been a lot of great Cougars to wear the uniform. Guys like Chris Beagler, Kevin Gilroy. Dale Holmes would be right up there amongst them.
Dale's an outstanding player, and like Coach Hill has said, I mean, self-made. He started off, you know, not playing as many minutes behind a few guys, and he is just one of the premier players ever to put on a uniform here at the University of Regina.
And Dale Holmes getting a standing ovation here, much deserved. And Drew, I would think that maybe if the guys have to look at anything as motivation for this game, a game they have to win, they don't need to look any further than Dale Holmes or Dave Hamilton, because they lose tonight, and that's it for those two.
That's right. You don't want to let anybody come into your backyard and play with your toys. These guys want to go out on top, and they want to go to the GPAC finals where they've been before.
To stop the University of Manitoba, they are going to have to contain a guy. I'm not even going to pronounce his last name. We're just going to call him Ogo.
Ogo Oklahoma. That's my shot.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, he's quite an athlete, Ogo. He was out most of the season. He changed the complexion of their team a little bit. He's got what they call ups, hops. He rises to another level.
We saw this Manitoba team a couple of weeks ago right here on Cable Regina Television, Channel 7. Ogo wasn't in the lineup, and the Bisons were given a pretty sound whooping that night.
They were, and last night you could see that Ogo changed a few shots in the lane with his jumping ability. He got to the glass, had 9 rebounds in the first half. And I'll tell you what, he's an entertainer. He's fun to watch. He's going to raise the roof and blow kisses to the crowd and get his team fired up here tonight.
And, of course, awaiting the winner of this series, the University of Brandon Bobcats. A Bobcat team that was shown in the last couple of weeks can be beaten, although they showed in the crunch that they can win when they have to, as was the case last week when they beat the Cougars in that first-place showdown in Brandon.
Definitely. I think the Cougars have a chance if they can get there, but they got to take care of business today and tomorrow.
As you take a look at this gym, it is packed. You cannot buy another seat in this place. This game has been sold out for a few days, and I would imagine if it goes to a Game 3, like I'm sure this Cougar faithful are hoping, it will be sold out again for that Game 3. In fact, if the Cougars do win, I think we're just going to leave the equipment right here so I can just stay in the spot for Game 3 and just say, oh, yeah, we're doing the game.
Best seats in the house.
Exactly. So we'll get it underway. Ogo to tip off against GPAC Rookie of the Year, Ashley Yeaman. And we are underway. And it is the Cougars controlling the tip. That is Scott Goebel to Dale Holmes. Holmes puts up the early one. That doesn't go. Yeaman, rebound. He's hacked as he goes up. And the crowd's basically going to tell you all night long here what's going on. The foul is charged on Matt LeChasser. That obviously his first. As you get a good look at Ashley Yeaman.
Nice to see Dale get a three-point shot early on in the game. He didn't get many looks yesterday from the three-point line. Ashley opened the score in there with, he remembered to flush.
Yeaman sinks them both. Gotta like that new feature, the old mic behind the baskets. You'll hear the ball tickle the twine several times before these games are through. Of course, we will have the women's GPAC final right after this one. Manitoba with the ball. That's Paul Fuss. He hit the game-winning shot last night. Has that shot fall off the front iron. Goebel brings it back up the floor for the Cougs. That's Yeaman looked at taking the shot, and then he walked. Early turnover for Regina. That's something they have to contain or control. That hurt them last night.
They turned the ball over 21 times last night. That's not like this squad. I think what they want to do is force Manitoba into a transition game. They want to get up tempo and get some turnovers themselves.
That's Brad Unger with the ball for the Bisons. He's being watched by Yeaman. That's Chris Lucas now right by the Cougar bench. Ogo inside, lost control, gets it back, lays it off the glass and in.
Good start for Ogo.
Bisons have their first bucket of the night. We are tied at a deuce.
Too easy. They got to make him take the perimeter jump shot, I think.
That's Yeaman with it. Yeaman wanted to get it inside to Holmes, intercepted by LaChausseur. LaChausseur comes down with Lucas. No, Ogo lays it home. 4 for Ogo.
Surprised Ogo didn't go up and flush that one like I thought he would.
He looked like he was going to, but
the soft finger roll instead.
Changed the shot at the last second. Dale Holmes being watched by LaChausseur, moves around the screen. Now that's Yeaman with it. Yeaman from three-point land. No. LaChausseur with the rebound. And now Brad Unger brings it back up the floor. We've just started here, game 2 of this GPAC final. Manitoba leads at 1-0 They lead this game 4-2, but there's a long way to go. So get the malted beverages and the salted snacks, Handy. We're here for a while. Bust off the front iron. Hamilton with the rebound. And now this is Goebel. Goebel to Yeaman. Yeaman right there by our broadcast position. Brings it back out to the top of the key. Brings it back down near side to Goebel. Far side to Podwin. As they move it around, that is Yeaman with it again. Yeaman being watched by Ogo. Now Holmes. Dale Holmes moves around LaChausseur. Triple teamed, and Holmes gets the shot off, and I believe he will go to the line to shoot here.
I think they got a mismatch there. LaChausseur on Dale Holmes. Dale's just too tough down low. They're going to look to post him up inside.
Foul on Unger. Dale Holmes will shoot 2. I'll tell you what a season he had. He led the country in scoring 25.7 points a game.
Outstanding for, I think there are high expectations for Dale coming into this year, being one of the big fifth-year players and being a GPAC All-Star, but he lived up to all of them.
53.5% from the floor at the line, almost 86%.
And he's right up there in rebounds. I mean, he's doing it all for the squad.
Tell you what, even from three-point land, just over 33%.
You name it, he was at the top of all the statistical categories.
6.8 rebounds a game. Mr. Everything.
And a leader on top of that.
Lucas drives the lane. That doesn't go. Rebound comes away to the Cougars. Goebel let it poked away by Lucas. Unger brings it back up the floor. Brad Unger thought about going coast to coast. Dishes it off to LaChausseur. He hits it.
The Cougars have turned the ball over 3 times early on here. I don't know if maybe they're a little jittery with the big crowd. They got to take care of the rock.
Holmes on LaChausseur, spins, takes the shot, connects.
I don't think you have to be a genius to predict that Dale Holmes is coming out looking for his shot tonight.
Dale Holmes going to try and maybe just carry this team in his back tonight.
Good idea. They all feed off what he does.
LaChausseur for 3. That falls off the iron. Goebel knocked down, or that was Podwin that was knocked down, then Goebel, and he is fouled by Ogo, and Ogo a look of disbelief as he is charged with the foul. That'll be his first team's third of the half.
Sweet rebound by Podwin. He's got 2 defensive rebounds, and he sets the tone intensity-wise for this squad. Does the little things.
And then he also took a tumble. Podwin to Holmes. Holmes being watched by LaChausseur. Hamilton had a shot if he wanted to take it, decided against it, dishes it off. That's Podwin. Podwin in amongst the trees. Now that's Holmes. Holmes spins, gets in there, gets the... Ogo got a block. Hamilton with the rebound. That didn't go. Follows up, gets it. Good persistence there by James Hillis's crew to get the basket. They lead it 8-6.
Dale's got one of the silky smooth spin moves you're going to see.
Just call them Haynes. Unger.
It took me a second.
I know. LaChausseur. That's Unger with it. Had Ogo down low, decides to shoot and gets it. That's a 3. 3 ball for Brad Unger.
Well, Brad Unger shoot the 3-point shot if you leave him open. He's proved that time in and time out.
Speaking of 3, there's one. Courtesy Scott Goebel.
And there's another guy. Scotty shot like 51% from the 3-point stripe this year.
2-1 with the 3, and it's now 11-9 for the Cougars. 15 to go in this first half. Mitchell Blair along with Drew Hunter. Hope you're enjoying it here. Cable Regina, Regina Television, Channel 7. Unger moves around Goebel, takes the shot. That fell short. They fight for it underneath. Yeaman comes away with it. Then the ball off the foot of Holmes. He went to the floor, but they're going to say it retained. Regina retains possession on that.
You can see the Cougars really trying to push the ball in transition. Off a score or a miss, they're trying to get the ball up the floor quick, get some easy looks.
Holmes trying to find a man to get it to, does so. He goes up to the top of the key, gets it to Goebel. Goebel lost the shot going up. Good job by him to poke it over to Podlin. Now this is Holmes on the Chaucer. Inside, or outside to Hamilton. Hamilton trying to get his way inside on Fuss. Spins. Dave Hamilton with his first basket of the night.
You got to love Dave's patience. Just about put the post player to sleep. And then finished.
Ogo moves around Hamilton. 3 men watching Ogo. He goes in. Holmes got him on the wrist, and Ogo will shoot 2.
Well, Manitoba needs to do more of that. They got to get the ball in his hands. He creates havoc.
Dale Holmes with the foul, his first, team's first. Timeout Manitoba, so we will take a listen and see what James Hillis has to say.
Press on the free throws. Okay, let's go back to press on the free throws. Listen, I may change it. I want on every made basket. Okay, offensively, we're going to run blue. Okay, we're going to run blue, bring Dale up. And the next time after that, I want to run 1-3-1. Now, we're not going to probably get Dale a good catch on 1-3-1, but we'll get the guy who sets the screen on a skip. Okay? All right. And then Dale, after the skip goes, you come hard, because that guy has to go.
Drew, you've been in this program. You know what all that lingo means. What's going to happen?
What's going to happen? Good question. I think you said they want to press on free throws. They still want to try and turn Manitoba over because Manitoba wants to play a slow-down half-court game. And offensively, they're going to run a set of 1-3-1. They're going to probably pitch the ball to the wing, run a guy through. I think they're going to use Dale as a decoy. They know they're going to get the double or triple team on him.
Good job there on the steal by Ashley Yeaman on the inbound pass. And now they bring it up. It's Holmes. Had Hamilton. Dishes off to Yeaman. He goes up hard and puts it in.
Gotta like the strong finish by Ashley Yeaman, slapping the glass. See a little fire in Ashley's eyes.
I was going to just say that. He's got the look. Hopefully we'll get a camera on that. That is intensity with a capital I in the eyes of Ashley Yeaman.
Those Muhammad Ali eyes.
Well, he certainly hopes to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee before this night's over.
Floating pretty well in that last layup.
Yes, he was. Well, Chaucer will come out of the game. Josh Payne subs in for him.
Payne's a streaky player. He can go off for 10 or 12 in a row, and at times he can be a turnover machine, so we'll see which Josh Payne shows up tonight.
Lucas being watched by Holmes. Gets it inside to Fuss. Fuss couldn't control it to start off with. Had his shot disrupted a little bit, I think, and now Yeaman comes away with it. Yeaman cut off by Payne, but he keeps with it. Gets it to Podwin. Podwin down low to Hamilton. Hamilton on the baseline. Kicks it back out to Podwin. For Yeaman. 3 ball. Count it.
Nothing but the strings for Ashley. Struggled last night. Like we said in his eyes, you can see he's focused and ready to go.
He's got 7. Cougars lead this game by 9.
You see why he's Rookie of the Year.
Lucas to Fuss. Fuss hit the game-winning shot last night. 7 seconds to go when he did that. That's Lucas driving baseline for the basket. His first of the night.
That's gravy for the Bisons. Lucas not someone who scores a lot of points at 12 last night.
Holmes comes right back. Give him 8.
Nice little pull-up for Dale in the lane. He's added that to his game the last few years.
That's Josh Payne with it. Inside to Ogo. Ogo from the top of the key. Gets the bounce.
Well, they can't really stop that. I mean, Ogo's going to jump right over you and get that shot off every time. They got to try and keep the ball out of his hands beforehand.
Yeaman for 3 again. That one falls off the front. Manitoba with the rebound. That's Chris Lucas. And Manitoba says they want to talk about it for a bit, so we'll take her back down to James Hillis and get his thoughts in the last couple moments of action.
Ashley, have a seat. Go zone 1. Yeah. Okay. We're going to go, give me my board there, okay? We're going to go zone now for a little bit, okay? We're going to press on every made basket, okay? And we're going to go middle, okay? We're going to go middle, all right? So we got Dale lurking, we got Brennan up top, we got Scotty up top. Who else I got here? Tyler and Stevie, okay? So whichever way they come over half court, okay? Dale's going to run them down. Now, it may mean that we get them a little bit deeper, okay? Because Dale's got to work both sides. So if they reverse the ball before half, it's going to be wild before Dale catches up there. We trap right there. This guy takes away a reversal, okay? This guy, you've got anything here, okay? You've got anything here. This guy, you come there, take that away. We give him that deep one over the top. Okay, you guys got that? Now, what we want to make sure we take away is this area, okay? Because if they get a short little pass into there, it's easy to make that one to that one. And then we run out of it, okay? If they get the ball out of there, we run out of it. All right, let's go. Let's go.
For a rejoin action, we'll take a look at that Ashley Yeaman three-pointer. You see David Hamilton with it down low. Nice ball movement here by the Cougars, and then you'll see Yeaman basically hit it from College West.
Deep. Not afraid to shoot it, Ashley.
Ogo spins, finds the open man. That's Unger for three, gets it. Not a lot of arc on that ball, but it didn't matter. They found the strings, and that cuts the deficit to 5.
Coach Hillis went to the zone there out of the timeout. What you don't want to see, a long-range jump shot by Unger. But that's what they're giving up.
Tyler Wright with the ball now, quickly gets it to Brennan Schwartz. Brennan Schwartz, his first action, dishes it out to Podwin. Ogo gives one of the fans the souvenirs. He swats it into the stands.
Well, that almost looked too easy.
Schwartz, Goebel, 3. Love that court, that basket side Mike. Rebound and basket for Podwin.
You could taste the effort there. Stevie Podwin rising up high, going toe-to-toe with Ogo and coming up with the board.
And another nice job there by Podwin. Look out, ball coming our way.
Steve's all over the court. Love watching him play. Like you see, Ogo swats his shot out of bounds. He comes right back. It's a big rebound.
Brad Unger calling out the play for his teammates. Now that's Ogo. Ogo has Foose in the top of the key if he wants to get it to him. Does so. Foose spins on Holmes. Pivots. Gets it out to Lucas. Quickly inside for Payne. Nice job and changing hands there and changing the shot, but it didn't fall. Now Holmes. Holmes takes it to the glass. Dishes it back outside. 3 ball.
Well, the Cougs are hot tonight from the three-point line. Goebel, Podwin, Yeaman all taking a turn. That's what makes them so tough.
Podwin for 3, and the Cougars lead this one by 11. Foot silences the crowd.
Got the nice jump shot from about 15 feet.
Goebel. Cougars really bringing it to the Bisons. That's Tyler Wright with it. Another 3 ball. That one too strong. Unger grabs the rebound. Brings it back up the floor for the Bisons. They trail this game by 9. 10.5 to go in this first half. Unger, long pass frame. Nice punt pass to Puss, and then he missed the easy one. Nice little touch pass, though.
Nice vision by Payne. Found Puss for the easy J, but he couldn't finish.
There's one. Tyler Wright. That 3?
Tyler Wright taking his turn from three-point land.
It was.
The key right now is the Cougars good with the ball movement. They're swinging the ball from side to side, making Manitoba move. Hence the wide-open threes.
Ogo being watched by Podwin. Holmes came in. Finds the open man. That's Lucas. Now Ogo again. Moves on Podwin. They're going to call the charge. That on Ogo. Nice job by Podwin as he got position on Ogo. Took the foul for Ogo. That's foul number 2.
Now, Stevie might be the best player I've ever seen at taking the charge. He'll step in there. He'll take the contact and a little drama. He'll throw a little acting in there.
Got to do it.
And he draws Ogo's second foul. Big play.
Goebel. That's Tyler Wright in the corner. Back out to Goebel. Thought about the 3. Now gives it to Podwin. That falls off the front iron. Going to come right back to Podwin. He thought about firing it up again. Decides against it. Holmes inside to Schwartz. He's hacked as he goes up. Nice vision by Dale Holmes to get that pass inside. And then Schwartz fouled on the way up.
We've talked about the great three-point shooting, but really they're feeding all that off of Dale Holmes. Everything goes through Dale. Dale's pushing in transition, finding guys. This time he finds Schwartz.
Foul charged on David Weeb as you get a good look at Brennan Schwartz, who helped lead Belfort to a provincial title last year, I believe.
Provincial title, LIT championship,
yep.
City championship.
You name it, they had it last year.
They're going for that again this year.
They are. And I would think have to be favored.
Yeah, they're the toughest team in the province right now. Somebody's going to have to play a whale of a game to take them down.
Good job here in the press, and it pays off. Chris Lucas is going to have to hurry to get it on the timeline. You didn't do it. Great job of pressure defense by the Cougars.
I had about 500 fans here letting the referee know the time had elapsed.
Yep. We might have been running for some room here had they not made that call.
Looks like Manitoba's gone to a little zone here. Try and mix it up on the Cougs. Not sure if that's a great idea the way they've been shooting a three-point shot.
Schwartz with it, trying to find man. Now gets it to Podwin. Podwin being watched by Unger. Now that's Goebel. Goebel for three. That falls in and out. Schwartz tried to tip it home. Ball goes out of bounds. They'll say it belongs to... Is it going to belong to Manitoba?
You want me to set a screen on Coach Suffield here so you can see? You can't see.
Wouldn't mind. Come on, Rick. Sit down. Don't you know we're doing a game here?
He can coach from his seat, can he?
I think so.
All right, Brennan, you got to stay down there. Now, if you want to attack, that's fine. But when the ball comes up, you got to get back down into that corner. And what we need to do, okay, we get better off to start almost Dale away, okay? We need to take it down, and we need to get it reversed quickly, all right? Because then when the ball comes there and that big guy goes up or he kicks out right there, that's when we get Dale inside. That's when we get it.
That's when we can get
okay?
him to look.
So we've got the reversal's got to be a little bit quicker. Don't throw blind passes, but it's got to be a little bit quicker. And these two guys, you can't be 40 feet apart. You got to be here. Okay,
When this comes up, we're coming to screen, aren't we?
No, that's catch. That's catch.
Take a look at that defensive pressure, and I think Chris Lucas right off the bat is saying, guys, get back and help me out.
His other guard fell asleep there. Chris Lucas left by himself.
And there you see the great job of pressure there. That's Holmes, Goebel in there, and there's the steal. And then there's a basket as we rejoin live action. That was Tyler Wright with the basket.
Cougs starting to break it wide open here in the first half. Night and day from last night.
Unger for three. Gets the bounce.
Unger's had his toe on the line the last two times. It's cost them 2 points
I
now.
only thought you get the bounce like that when you're at home.
He must have been talking sweet to those rims and shoot around.
Must have been. Maybe he took it home and slept with it in the hotel last night.
Don't want to go there.
I'm not going to go any further. I've got nothing more relevant to say about the subject.
They need to get
Right.
Dale Holmes the ball, I think.
Ogo swats that into the crowd.
Well, that's large. Ogo went up and skyjacked that one.
Regina retains possession. New 30.
But like you said, when they block a shot, you usually get the ball back. Still our ball. I'm saying I think the Cougars need to get Dale some touches here.
Well, I said a new 30. Perhaps I was wrong as the referees go over to the scorer's table.
Referee's doing a fine job today. I don't say that very often. So
I was just about
figured
to say. I watched you play a few games on this floor, and I don't think you thought the rest did a very good job a few times.
I was a little bit of a crybaby. Like to think I've grown up since then.
Holmes for three. That falls off the back. Ogo picks up the rebound. He'll bring it up the floor. That's Unger. Unger being watched by Goebel. Ogo down low to Lucas. Lucas right by the Cougar bench. Listen to this crowd. Urge the defense on. Unger. That one's not going to fall. Schwartz gets the rebound. Fuss manages to tip it away from Goebel. Unger. Ogo. Ogo stopped by Schwartz. Good job by Brendan Schwartz. Fans wanted a walk, didn't get one, and Ogo gets the basket.
I thought he walked, but he composed himself, hit the tough shot after that.
Nice job by Tyler Wright to retain possession after Ogo slapped it away. Now Schwartz with it, and they're going to say Schwartz walked as he couldn't control himself after getting that high pass.
Well, it's a big stretch right here for the Bisons. Down 12 points with 7:40 to go in the first half. They're doing a little better job of doing the little things, getting the loose ball, but they need a couple scores.
You know, I keep turning my head towards the entrance here. There's more people coming into this place every time I look.
It's going to be even busier for the girls' game, I think.
However, Reggie Cougar remains with a pass.
If you couldn't get a ticket, that's what you have to do. Sign up to be mascot.
There you go. Schwartz called for the foul. That's his first. Team's third.
Yeaman back into the ball game. Did a nice job early on. See if he can keep it going.
First to LaChaucer. LaChaucer just checked back in. That's Ogo trying to get it on Holmes. Holmes may have gotten a piece of that. Bush with the high arc in front. Ogo with the rebound, the tip, and the basket.
And a little yelling.
And a little yelling. Ogo's got 10. Holmes to Goebel. Out to Yeaman. Yeaman moves around foot. Couldn't get by LaChaucer. Gets it back to the corner to Schwartz. Schwartz to Yeaman. You know what's coming. And it comes.
Nothing but the strings for Ash. Looking good today from downtown. I'm not sure you can leave him that open.
Nope. I might have made that one on about the 10th try.
Oh, that's a walk. Little dance step by Brad.
You called it.
What are you talking about, Mitchell? You're a great shooter. You made that one the first time.
Yes, you got here, but that was the 20th time. You got here a little late.
Eyes closed.
Standing on the stepladder. By the way, Brad Unger, if you want to dance, the Owl's open till midnight.
He's got the beard. I think he can get in.
I think so. Mark Moroz loses control of it. His first touch of the night.
One of those things coming off the bench. Not warmed up yet. Yep. Mark will get it back in gear.
And here comes Brad Unger. He's put the Denny Terrio textbook away, and he's back to playing basketball.
Is that solid goal dancer?
Yes, it is. Lucas down low to Ogo. Ogo goes up, and Ogo goes in. No, it's Ogo.
Nice job by Manitoba. Half court, slowing down the game, finding their guy.
Holmes, top of the key, gets the bounce. That's the home bounce we've been looking for.
Nice to see Dale in double digits, leading the country in scoring.
Lucas drives around Yeaman, pushes it back outside. LaChaucer for three. That's a big three ball for the Bison. Cuts the deficit to 10. It's 37-27, 5.5 to go. Holmes kicks it outside. Yeaman. That one doesn't go. Bush pulls down the board, and back comes Manitoba. Unger to Ogo. Unger. Lucas. Into Ogo. Moves around. Yeaman gets the basket. Foul's going to be charged there to Ashley. Yeaman really couldn't do anything there. He had the position on him.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. They got to keep the ball out of Ogo's hands. Lost him in the zone there. Way too close to the basket. To have him with the rock, he finishes, and he'll go to the stripe.
Good look at Ogo. I'm just going to spell his last name here for you. This might take to the end of the first half. O-K-W-U-M-A-B-U-A.
And guess who got the rebound?
Smith.
And then passed it to Yeaman.
And here comes Yeaman. Yeaman lost it to Unger. They fight for it. Manitoba wants timeout, but I don't think they got it. They're going to get a jump. Yeah, we're going to get a jump ball. Possession belongs to Manitoba.
But Ogo's come a long way. Remember him in his first couple of years, pretty raw athlete. He's worked on his game quite a bit. You can see he's got a little jump shot from about 12 feet.
You played against him, didn't you?
Yeah, a few times. We used to give him the 15-footer and dare him to shoot it. Now they got to get all over him.
Lucas being watched by Holmes. Now Ogo trying to work on Goebel. Gets it.
I used to joke with Bill Johnson that he gave Ogo a bunch of confidence after Ogo lit him up for about 25 and 1/2.
Holmes to Yeaman. Ashley Yeaman. Inside to Podwin. Podwin kicks it back out to Yeaman. Yeaman gets it down to Holmes. He wasn't expecting the pass. Podwin gets it, and
all of a sudden, 6-point game.
All of a sudden, it's a 6-point game, and somebody called timeout there. Was that James Hillison?
I think the Cougars called it.
Okay, straight two, no press.
How do you want to cover this area and all here?
Well, we got these three. As long as we keep rotating that guard down when this guy steps out, we should be okay.
This guy and this guy are both open up the hoop side covering here.
Dale? The guard's got to come down. You play behind till the guard gets down in front.
Okay, taking this guy, going high-low.
Okay, then this other guard, the guard who's on this side, should be rotating over. We got to make him skip it and then run hard over the other side.
Take it high away.
Hey, offense is our problem right now, boys. Okay, we're not getting the box. Okay, we have to be more active and we have to reverse the ball quickly. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Come on, boys. Yeah, sorry.
How much of an imposing factor can this gym be when the crowd's like this?
It's a tough place to play, I think, for a visiting squad. I mean, not a lot of teams win here at the Pack. Nice to see them out in full effect tonight.
Was it a nice lift for you when you played to see a crowd like this?
Always.
As you see Holmes spin and connect. Dale has 12.
The coach was talking about the matchups in the zone. Guys weren't sure who they were supposed to be guarding. Hopefully they got that sorted
Free
out.
ball from the corner, that doesn't go. Mraz brings down the rebound and gets it up to Holmes. Dale Holmes bringing it up on Lucas. Kicks it over to Ogo. And they're going to say Regina retains possession. Ogo tried to get one of his meat hooks on it, couldn't do it.
They had the good ball reversal early on and got the open three-point shots. They've the ball's starting to sit a little bit, and they got to move it.
Holmes pulls up and connects. Dale has 14.
I'll tell you what, Dale's one of the toughest players I've ever seen off the dribble. He can shoot the three-point shot, and like I said, he's added that pull-up jump shot, and that's why he's been virtually unstoppable.
Brad Unger, his third three of the half.
The Cougs are going to have to realize that Brad Unger can shoot the ball a little bit.
Nice job by Ogle there to draw the defense his way and then find the open man in Unger. That's Moreau's with it. To Podwin. Podwin wants to get it inside to Holmes. They fight for it amongst the floor. There's like a bunch of pigeons looking for a French fry at McDonald's, and then finally jump ball is called.
And that fry belongs to... See Stevie and Dale scrapping after that ball like it's their last meal.
Regina does get the possession as the arrow belongs to them. 41-34 your score as you see Steve Podwin sit down. 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go in this first half. I'm Mitchell Blair along with Drew Hunter. This is game 2 of the men's GPAC semifinal. U of R against the U of M. Game 1 of the ladies GPAC final to follow. Yeaman got Ogo in the air and dishes it up. Great dish to Tyler Wright.
Dishing out a little love. We got Ogo Pogo way up in the air.
Ogo will be trying out for the Manitoba long jump team after that one.
That's the problem with guys that jump so high. It takes them so long to come back down.
Lucas can't connect. Yeaman picks up the rebound. Yeaman tried to swing around. Lucas did so. They're going to say Lucas touched him.
Ashley
Lucas
just
with a couple of words to the referee that you saw.
Ashley just willing his way down the sideline. Big spark here for the Cougs in game 2.
Yeaman will shoot the foul shots. No, that's only their 16th foul. So next one they'll be shooting.
Well, they worried about the intensity coming into this game. Hasn't been a problem.
Right. Down low to Hamilton. Hamilton's going to work on Ogo. Spins, pivots, gets it.
An array of moves in the post from the ham bone. 2 possessions in a row. Ogo hasn't had enough patience, and he's up in the air. Cost him a couple buckets.
Nice job there by Dave Hamilton. He has 4. Unger, he can shoot that 3 ball. You don't want to leave him open. That's Ogo now being watched by Yeaman. Nice pass to Lucas. Lucas can't get it to fall. The rebound goes to Hamilton. Now that's Holmes with it. Holmes quickly bringing it up the floor. Gets around Ogo. Nice pull-up by Dale Holmes. Talk about your array. What was that?
Stopping on a dime. Holmesy goes up, buries the J, and makes Ogo look a little silly.
And now they're going to say foul on Holmes as Ogo just beat him.
It's the kind of stuff we've been looking for from the Cougs.
This element obviously missing last night.
Yeah, like I said, I think that Manitoba just played their... They controlled the tempo of the game last night. Cougars controlling it tonight.
Unger to Ogo. That's Unger with it again. Ogo being watched. Inside, Fuss spins, and again gets the bounce.
That's somewhere I think the Bisons have to go a little more often. First team GPAC All-Star Paul Fuss, he can finish inside.
Schwartz. Yeaman being watched by Unger. Gives it a nice pass by Yeaman inside to Tyler Wright. He's got 9. Cougars lead it by 13, and we've got just over a minute to go in this first half.
Nice job by Ash. He threads the needle to Tyler. Everybody involved here in the first half of the Cougars.
Three-pointer by LaChaucer nails it. Tell you what, the Bison have been pretty successful from three-point land in this first half.
It has. It's kept them in the ball game, down 10.
Yeaman tried to drive to the hoop, had the ball knocked away from him, went back in the hands of Goebel. Now that's Hamilton. What can he do for us this time? Tries to work his way into the middle, double team. Now it comes to Yeaman. Yeaman, that ball tipped up in the air by Lucas, and the turnover goes to Manitoba.
Too much dribble for the Cougs. They got to move the ball with the pass against the zone.
Manitoba will play for the last shot. Holmes trying to get the crowd into it, trying to get them to get up, and LaChaucer hits yet another 3-ball. He's got 11.
Dale's been around long enough to know.
Into the half, it's going to go. No, just falls off the front iron. Hamilton's tip does not count. As the Cougs tried to end this first half with a flurry. But that 3-ball did not fall, and the tip by David Hamilton did not come in time. But I would think that James Hillis has to be pretty happy with the effort that his team has given in this first half. They lead it by 7. It's 49-42. Welcome back to the pack here on the University of Regina. I'm Mitchell Blair along with Drew Hunter, and you are watching playoff basketball here on Cable Regina, Regina Television, Channel 7. Right now, the Cougars in a game they have to win lead the University of Manitoba by a score of 49-42. Drew, that first half, I think the Cougars really got what they wanted to. We're going to see some highlights here late in that first half. The first one, just a great dish by Ashley Yeaman.
It gets Ogo way up in the air, as you see. Good vision, wrap around, no look. Dave's there for the finish. Nice vision by Ash. He's a stud.
Saw a lot of this in the first half. Dale Holmes to the basket.
So good in the open court. Dale crisscrossing Ogo a little bit. Gets him to fall, breaking ankles, as they say, and finishing with the J.
We saw the dish a minute ago, sort of a repeat right here.
Ash finds Tyler Wright floating baseline in the zone. Nice vision again by Ashley. Showing off the all-around game with a couple of assists. He also had 10 points in the first half to spark the Cougars.
Dale Holmes led the Cougars in scoring with 16. That's a game high, tied with Ogo. He has 16 for the Bisons. Matt LaChaucer has 11. Both teams shooting pretty well. Bisons 57.6% from the field in that first half. And the Cougs 54.3.
Well, Ogo helped out that percentage, going 8 for 8 in the first half. Too easy, I guess.
Yeah, no kidding.
He was right around the hoop.
Would have to say, if he goes 16 for 16, Cougar season might be over.
7-point lead for the Cougars. You want to go for the jugular right now. You want to build on that. Don't let Manitoba back in. You want to get up 10-12.
Is that basically what James would have said? Let's get a good run here, go up by 15, 16, and then just take her home? Or
I think he probably had some advice on offense as far as their ball movement. Did a really nice job swinging the ball and getting open looks to 3. Started to sort of sit in one spot near the end of the second half. I think he also wants to continue to pressure and get in transition.
Mitchell Blair along with Drew Hunter. Happy to call this one for you here.
Defensively, I think the Cougars got to get out on Unger and LaChaucer, both hit 3s. Make somebody else shoot the ball. Maybe make Lucas take some perimeter shots.
Tell you what, the Bison's pretty good from three-point land in that first half. They were 4 of 7. stat that surprised me. The Cougars 5 from 17 from three-point land. I didn't think they took that many threes.
Some days they live and die by the three.
Holmes stopped inside as the ball was swatted away from him, and Manitoba brings it back up. That's Brad Unger. A little bit of a slower pace here for the Bisons. They're going to play a half-court game here to start the second half off. Fuss banks it off the window, and the basket will count.
That's a nice start for Manitoba, and that's really where they have an advantage. They're a little bigger. Fuss is tough inside. Ogo's tough inside.
Foul on David Hamilton. And Paul Fuss can make it a 4-point game with the basket right here.
Sense a little nervousness in this sold-out gymnasium.
Fuss puts it in, so what was a 7-point gap to start off this second half is now a 4-point lead as Goebel brings it up the floor for the Cougars. That's Yeaman. Goebel with it again. Dale Holmes. That nice pick or screen by Podwin, and then Holmes connect on the 3-ball.
Nice job by Stevie. He laid Lucas out.
I'll say he did.
Love to see that.
Brick wall is what Lucas ran into.
Who says there's no contact in basketball?
Exactly.
And a nice start for Holmes.
LaChausseur was hot from three-point land, got Yeoman to bite and then drove it into the lane. Gets the 2, and for Matt LaChausseur, he has 13.
Showing off the left hand, LaChausseur.
Yeaman couldn't get that one to fall, and then we're going to get a loose ball foul going over the back. It was Hamilton, I think they're going to call for that one. And for Dave, that's going to be his second foul if it is on him.
Holmes got the early 3 here in the second half. That might be his first 3-point shot of the weekend.
Foul did go to Dave Hamilton. That's his second. Fuss for 3. That falls off the iron. Goebel being watched by Ogo. Gets it to Podwin. Ogo slaps it out of bounds. Quick movement by Ogo. Maybe an ill-advised pass there by Goebel.
Not sure that's a shot the Bisons want on offense. Fuss from the 3-point line.
He could have given him 4 if he made that.
But that's the shot the Cougars do want them to take.
Holmes calling traffic. He wants Podwin to go to the other side. Gets it to him. Podwin for 3. No, that doesn't fall. Rebound, Goebel. Yeaman tries to get to it. Good persistence by the Cougars, but the ball just wouldn't fall their way. And now Unger has it. Brad Unger, as the crowd starts to get into it here a little bit. Reggie Cougar behind me urging this crowd on. Fuss with an easy one. And the deficit now 3.
It's a solid move by Fuss. Posts up, holds Hamilton off, and turns and kisses it off the glass.
Holmes spinning. They're going to say he walked. No, they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, you get that call when you're the GPAC Player of the Year.
Yeah, I guess you do.
I think that's a good sign for the Cougars. They need to get to the foul line a little bit.
Hamilton checks out. Tyler Wright checks in.
Coach Hillis going with the quicker, more athletic lineup.
Holmes being watched by a couple men, gets it out to Yeaman. Yeaman to Wright for 3, and that counts, and that gets the crowd going.
Now Tyler's 2 for 2 from downtown tonight. Maybe they look to him a little bit to heat up.
The chocolate bars start flying as Tyler Wright hits the 3-ball, and the lead back up to 6. Well, they're going to call a foul on Goebel as it's a little more tight now here in this second half, it looks like.
The referee's calling it tight early on. Scotty didn't like that one. Shaking his head a little bit.
That's number 2 on Scott.
I thought he had good position.
So did I.
All the refs taking a turn now.
Yep.
Steve called for the hold, I think. Bumping and grinding with Ogo down low.
Ogo moves around Podwin and couldn't get it to fall, and then Ogo's going to get charged with the foul over the back. Bad series there for Ogo. The perfect night goes, and he picks up his 3rd foul.
Another whistle.
And I'm sure that the Bison coaches don't like to see that as Ogo picks up his 3rd.
Maybe a frustration foul. You know, he didn't get the hoop to go. Trying to get the ball back.
Holmes with a pass by Podwin. That's intercepted by Ogo. Ogo going up and putting her home.
Doing a little dance on the baseline for the ladies, I see.
One of the Bisons fell into the Cougar bench. That was Lucas. Nice pass. Yeaman inside for right. I don't know if that was blocked or if it just caught the under part of the basket.
Great look by Ash. I think Ogo wiped that one away. He's getting up and down the court pretty well.
I'll say he is. Unger. Lucas. Coach Rick Suffield setting a beautiful screen for yours truly again. Lucas down low to Ogo, and he puts it in, and that's getting the Bisons going. Ogo's got 20. Again, we got ourselves a 2-point game.
Ogo's playing dunk free tonight. I'm a little surprised with all these people. I thought he'd be playing a little showmanship.
Holmes lost it in the way up, and then they're going to call a foul on Lucas, and he's distraught over that call. Holmes will go to the line. Drew, you can't let Ogo get these easy layups. Maybe you got to take a couple of hard fouls underneath and make him think about it.
I agree. No more easy ones for him. I mean, what is he, 12 for 12? I guess he missed that one running layup there before the foul.
He would be 11 of 12. 10 of 11, excuse me.
Yeah, go make him earn a couple at the stripe.
That's what Dale Holmes is going to do now. He's going to try and earn a couple at the stripe. He gets one of them.
Coach Suffield working over the referees.
Nothing but string.
That's where I'd like to see Dale Holmes all second half at the foul line. Put numbers up.
This Manitoba team not going away. 3 ball for LaChaucer, and I'll tell you what, he has been murder from the 3-point line for the Bisons tonight. That is 3 ball number 4.
Well,
Holmes with a spin, a bit of a wild one. Doesn't fall, and here comes Ogo.
There's the show. That's large.
There's Ogo. He's styling and profiling. He's a rich girl's lover and a poor man's dream right now.
Well, I'm loving him. He's entertaining his act.
And guess what? The Bisons lead this one 58-57.
He takes that elevator to the extra level.
Dale, all right? We're going 32 zone here, okay? Make better coverage, all right? You guys got to get around post, okay, and behind post. And we need you 2 guys home, okay? We need you 2 guys home, okay, on the boards, right? You 3 have perimeter, okay? You got to hustle, you got to communicate. If they're going to run that little cycle, if they're going to run a guy underneath to the corner, okay, if they're going to run a guy underneath, if you see that guy cutting, it's like we did now. Ashley, you got to communicate with these guys. If you can't do it, we got to get Miraz in because he can do it, all right? If you see that guy go, you got to run with him, okay? You got to run with him, all right?
Are we going to go to 1 at all out here too?
We're going to go 1. If we go back to 1, okay? Let's go this on a made basket. We'll go 1 on a miss. Okay. If we go to 1, we play behind Ogo, right? Push him out, and as soon as the ball goes in, we have to double. Okay? We got to double or triple, okay? All right, let's go.
Okay, 1.
Drew, it's not NBA showtime, it's GPAC showtime. Here it is.
Still pretty impressive. Ogo, like I said, some people go to the 5th level. He takes her up a couple floors higher. Coach Hill's looking to switch up the defenses here out of the timeout. They're going to go a little zone, a little man.
Holmes' pass knocked away and into the hands of the Bisons, and bringing it up the floor, it's Unger. Manitoba leads this one. LaChaucer from the baseline. That doesn't fall. Fuss with the rebound, puts it back up. That doesn't go. Nice job by Tyler Wright to get up. And then they call Holmes on the travel. And, oh, that is not met with popularity here at the Pack.
That could have been Chris Lucas's 4th foul, I think. Instead, they called the walk on Dale.
Oh, Fuss getting a little emotional there. Unger had to come over and
Lucas
settle him down.
He had decent position there.
Tell you what, this is a big couple minutes for James Hillis' squad right here. Fuss being watched by Wright. You know, it's bad enough the coach is in my way. Now I get the ref in my way, too.
They got to get us up on a ladder.
You know, and I didn't think I was popular around here, but I see a sign out in the hallway. They're having the Mitch Cabaret coming up.
That's your cabaret?
I can't believe it. I didn't think I was that popular around
here. It's like Christmas.
You work nights and they give you a cabaret after you.
You going to be able to attend if you're working nights?
I'm going to certainly try.
Well, exactly what Coach Hill has said in the timeout. They wanted to double down on Ogo and play behind him. Great job. Holmes behind him. Podman goes down and doubles down. They get the travel call.
Ashley Yeaman with it for the Cougars. Yeaman to right for 3. That goes off. Right, Greek. Oh, I thought he got the board, but it goes into the hands of Lucas.
He's pretty quick.
And I think Lucas might have gotten one just a little bit south of North Carolina as he comes up the floor a little gingerly.
Well, that always hurts.
Push. The chops are being watched by Yeaman. Great job by Podman. They're going to call him for the hold. Correction, it was Goebel. I thought he got all ball. And I'll tell you what, they have really tightened it up defensively.
That's a 16th foul on the Cougars here in the second half.
And we got 14-10 to go. Goebel collects his third.
Coach Hillis looking a little more animated on those sidelines. Cougs playing man-to-man this time.
Unger with the pass to Lucas. That didn't go. Ogo way airborne again. And then again, a foul on the play. And it's going to go to Lucas. That's going to be his third. Crowd urging the guys in green on. They trail this one by 1. 14 minutes to go. If the Cougars don't win it, they can go home. If they can win tonight and win game 3, they're going to Brandon next weekend. No bounce there. Great job on the follow-up by Tyler Wright as he follows his miss. And once again, the Cougars have the lead.
The rookies playing huge for the Cougars, Yeaman and Wright. You're always taught, follow your shot.
Unger. That doesn't go. Holmes picks up the rebound. Here come the Cougars. Holmes wanted to get it to Goebel. Pass a little too strong for him. I don't know if Scotty was expecting it. It goes into the crowd.
Well, even though they threw it away there, this is Cougar pace. Up and down the court. Coach Suffield didn't like it. He's going to call a timeout. Quick shot for Unger.
Suffield wants to slow her down. He wants to talk about things. So does James Hillis. And let's get into the huddle with the Cougars.
Let's go catch a couple times, too. We can get that. Let's go catch and screen. Okay, catch and screen. High and then catch and screen a couple times.
Hey, I'm the guy.
All right, now, Tyler, all right, what we talked about at halftime, we're going back to that zone. If you cycle up, you got to stay up, okay? That's where the shots, we got the shots at last time, right? No, until they throw it down, okay? And if your guy stays, you got to stay, just stay up, okay? You just got to stay up. If you cycle up, you got to stay up there, okay?
Go, guys.
Drew will take a look at that last miss and followed by Tyler Wright. As you said, he does what you're supposed to. He follows up the miss, strong to the basket.
Well, Tyler knew where it was going. He shot it.
Nice job by Tyler Wright. He can golf. He can play basketball. What can't the man do?
I hear he lays the lumber pretty hard with the old hockey stick.
Unger to Ogo. Ogo from the outside. Doesn't connect. That's where if he's going to shoot, that's where they want him to shoot from because Ogo's been murder inside. Here comes Holmes. Holmes to Yeaman. Yeaman dishes it off to Holmes and then the ball got away from as he went up for it. Yeaman drives the way off the glass. It's home. Yeaman's first bucket of the second half. He has 12 and the Cougars have a 3-point lead.
I'm loving the kid from Birch Hills. He is playing large tonight.
Large and in charge is Ashley Yeaman.
Big players show up in big games.
It's not hard to see. I watch the 70s show a lot, is it?
Well, that might be the call of the game right there. Dave Wary calls an offensive foul on Ogo.
That's 4 on Ogo.
And waves off the bucket. He's going to have to play careful now.
12:33 to go. It's going to be interesting to see how Rick Suffield plays Ogo in this last little bit. And you know, if I'm James Hillis, Drew, I'm going right at him right now.
Exactly. Got to ram it down Ogo's throat, go after him, see if he's going to take the fifth.
He showed some impatience in that first half, so let's see what happens. Holmes. 3 ball for Yeaman. That's too strong. Yeaman tries to collect his own rebound, but LaChaucer beat him to it. Unger.
12 minutes is a lot of time to be playing with 4 fouls.
Ogo working on Podwin and right. Tried to dish it off. Ball stolen, but it goes right into the hands of LaChausseur. Lucas for 2.
He had all day to shoot that.
Yeah, he did. He should have looked down and saw that his feet were on the line. Here comes Goebel. Goebel dishes it inside. That's right with it. Has it on the floor. Tell you what, there's some fierce fighting inside. Holmes spinning. What a shot by Dale Holmes.
Are you kidding me,
That's why
baby?
that guy's the GPAC Player of the Year.
The circus shot, the crowd on their feet.
We're under the big top after that one, folks.
Sweeter than a bag of Skittles, Dale Holmes.
Unger. LaChausseur. As you hear the crowd urge the Cougars on.
Cougars doing a great job cleaning up the D glass in the second half. Podwin, Goebel.
Yeaman with it now. Dishes it to Holmes. Holmes spins on Lucas. Holmes, he's going to take it all the way, and it falls. Some anxious moments here. The crowd built up.
Big players playing big games, and Dale Holmes only has 2 left here at the pack, and he's making the most of it.
And listen to this crowd.
Coach Sutfield going to have to go to the bench.
All right, let's look at what's working here. We can go high. Okay, we can go high. The backside is there if we don't get Dale off the screen. Okay.
Inside, so Ogo, they didn't take him out there. Ogo has to defend you off that high.
Okay.
He's off 4 fouls, okay?
And then listen. Okay, we can go catch and screen. Okay, we can go catch and screen.
So high, then catch the screen. Let me show you now.
High and then catch and screen. All right. Now, when we go high and we go to the backside, the only thing we didn't do last night was we didn't send a couple guys to the glass.
Yeah.
Got a pretty good shot. Okay, got a pretty good shot. Defensively, let's go stay at the zone. We're doing a good job chasing that. As long as you don't bugger up that rotation, guys, this zone, we're okay with it.
Keep talking with that.
Okay, we're okay with it. All right? You got 3, nothing cheap. All right, I want to keep you for a bit. I'm going to give you a minute and about 2, right, and then back. All right? Any questions? No. All right, let's go.
Oh, boy. Boy.
You're going to see Dale Holmes here with that circus shot, leaning, twisting, bending, scoring.
Good stuff from Dale. Cougs on an 8-0 run in the last 4.5 minutes. Jumped out the 7-point lead. In the timeout, assistant coach Steve Burrows talking about where they can go on offense to go after Ogo, see if they can pick up his 5th foul. Coach Hill's also talking about Scott Goebel's got 3 fouls. He's going to stay with him for a little while.
Ogo. Drew said he's playing with 4 fouls. That's Josh Payne with it now. Payne being watched by Moroz. What a bulldog job of Moroz. Yeaman in on Lucas now. Great defense, and now they're going to call Yeaman. Tell you what, this officiating in the second half has really changed from the first half. Let them play.
Yeah, they're calling everything right now. No hand checking allowed.
Let them play.
I think that it's the Manitoba's advantage because the Cougs want to get up and pressure. This slows the game down.
Lucas will take 2. He has 2 on the night. Misses on the first half, the 1-and-1. Cougs come away with the rebound. Can't blow those opportunities, Drew.
No, Ogo's out of the ball game. We'll see how that changes the complexion for Manitoba.
Yeaman. Now it's Dale Holmes. Holmes to Podwin. Podwin for 3. That falls off the iron. Payne with the rebound. Couldn't decide who was going to bring it up the floor. If it was going to be Payne or Lucas. It's neither of them. It's Brad Unger.
That would have been my choice.
Lucas with the ball, being watched by Yeaman and Holmes. Little man-to-man defense here. Lucas puts it up. That falls off the iron. Holmes and Brent Sevigny go up for the rebound. Then Holmes kicked in the head. Meanwhile, down the other way, Podwin scores. Dale Holmes is all right. He's a little upset, but he's all right. I would be too if I took an Adidas to the mine.
They're calling everything, and then we had a bit of a wrestling match. Referees let it go. I think the players are as surprised as anybody.
Lucas to Fuss from three-point land. He's got it.
I take it back. Paul Fuss can shoot the three. And that's where Manitoba has to go. They'll go out of the game. They got to go to Fuss. I don't think Lucas is the answer on offense.
Goebel. He's got three tonight. He's been sort of quiet. Goebel to Holmes. Holmes, he's never quiet. He would have the crowd making some noise there. Now Podwin with the follow, and that just didn't fall. And that would add the crowd to its feet. If that ball would have gone through.
Doing the little things, causing havoc, DVP, working hard inside.
And now some more foul problems now for the Bisons as Chris Lucas picks up his fourth.
Suffield going to go to the bench right away on cue. Back to LaChaucer.
And he's put in a pretty good effort here tonight. He has 16, including 4 three-pointers.
He's played well against the Cougars this year.
Podwin connects. He now has 8 on the night.
He's going to replace Unger instead of Lucas.
Steve Podwin, fourth-year player. Good look at him. Can only connect on 1 of 2. So the lead remains 7, 68-61 Regina, 8.5 to go. Cougars must win this when to force a game 3. LaChaucer throws it away. He's looking for Sevigny underneath, and maybe that's just a little bit of a communication problem there, as that's the spot that Ogo would normally have.
Yeah, Sevigny hasn't played much tonight, and I'm not sure that's the best option for Manitoba. Good job by the Cougars to force them there.
Holmes down low, no place for Yeaman. Now he's got the ball back. Yeaman to right. Right fakes the 3, puts it across, and Yeaman, he goes for 3. It spins in and out. Tell you what, where's the good old-fashioned bounce when you need it for the Cougars? Bisons were getting it in the first half. Cougars have had several spin out and out in the second.
Nice ball movement by the Cougars, though. Swinging it back and forth.
LaChaucer being watched by Goebel. Swings it down low. Fuss off the window and in. Yeaman couldn't get there quick enough, and the lead cut to 5.
Well, Fuss can score them in bunches. He keeps them within 5.
Holmes. Dale Holmes to Yeaman. Yeaman for 3, and that one won't go. And you hear the frustration coming out of Ashley as that one clanged off the rim.
Now, they've had good open looks, the Cougs. They just haven't been able to bury the 3. Maybe got to let it go to the basket a little more.
Josh Payne. That won't fall.
Steve
Podwin. And they're going to call a travel on Podwin. 70 ended up with the ball.
Does Podwin play big for a little guy or what?
Yeah, no kidding. Steve Podwin just 5'11 and a half.
I don't know what Steve's been eating, but I want some of it because he's flying tonight.
Oh, mooch your meal off and see what you can get. Make a comeback.
Too late for that. Old and retired.
Right. Now listen, we can go, listen. Okay, catch and screen. When the ball comes up, that screen should be there right away. Okay, you understand? Okay, doesn't matter, stay up, okay? Give me the board. Okay, like, ball's here, catch and screen. Okay, as soon as the guy catches right there, right, as the ball comes, we gotta be right there, set that. Okay, and the second guy, was never there, he's standing over there. Okay, do you understand? Second guy sets that screen. Okay, we roll this guy to the corner. What's your problem? What?
Well, I'm standing out here, and that's why I'm not getting there. Like,
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen. Okay. You got to get in there, set the second screen. We roll that guy out. Now, okay. We can run 1-4 high as well. Okay.
We get a ton of shots off this.
Okay. We can skip the ball. Yeah. All right. But, you know, sometimes when that guy runs that hard at you, we can get attack off the dribble on the skip. Okay? All right. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Drew, maybe coach should take a spot up in the stands. Looks like Dale Holmes wants to coach this squad.
You get to your 5th year. Dale's the second coach out there as it is.
Says he's not getting the shot.
James said, you know, they've swung the ball. They've been open to 3-point shot. Maybe they need to attack off the dribble a little bit since the three's not going.
Unger to inbounds it, does so to Fuss. Ogo back in the game. He was out for about 2 minutes.
Well, we'll see how aggressive Ogo is here with 4 fouls. He can't be passive. They need him to score.
Unger to Fuss at the top of the key. That's LaChausseur being watched tightly by Morose. Or that's right, pardon me. LaChausseur to Fuss. Fuss double team. Got it to LaChausseur. He's double teamed in the corner. Now Ogo. 5 on the shot clock. LaChausseur goes baseline and puts it in. Sweet hoop by Matt LaChausseur.
Little English on that one as he rolled it in. Pretty good possession on defense for the Cougs.
Holmes directing traffic out there. That's Podwin to Yeaman. Yeaman thought about driving baseline, dishes it back to Podwin, quickly to Holmes. Holmes cuts through the key, and then he has it swatted away by Ogo. Ogo says, oh no.
Nice help defense by Manitoba. Dale knifed through the lane, came across on the help D, threw her back.
Foss to Ogo. Ogo being watched by Holmes. Holmes poked it away, but it goes to LaChausseur. He puts it up. Matt LaChausseur with yet another dagger.
He's been tough, like you said, murder on the Cougs. LaChausseur hitting big shot after big shot.
68-68, 5.5 to go. Holmes to Yeaman for a 3, and it won't go. And then a foul charged on Podwin. For Steve, that's going to be 3, and that's bonus situation now.
Well, this is a little indicative of what happened last night. Manitoba fought back. Now it's who can hit the big shots down the stretch.
Regina just can't get the ball inside. They're settling for these outside shots, and they're just not falling.
Yeah, it's fine to settle if you're making them, but right now they're struggling. Coach has to find somebody who's going to hit a 3.
Foss makes the first. And after a relatively quiet first half for Paul, he's got 12 in this second half, make it 13, which gives him 17 for the game. Right. Wanted to get it to Holmes, and then it went off of Payne, who threw it off a right and goes out of bounds. So Manitoba gets the basketball, and another failed possession for the Cougars.
Well, and it's a Manitoba game right now, tempo-wise. Walking the ball up the court, shooting foul shots.
And the noose is tightening. Foss to LaChausseur. LaChausseur for 3.
Rush that one a little.
That one will bring rain. Holmes cuts inside, dishes it off, foul, basket. Scott Goebel.
Well, even though Scotty's been pretty quiet tonight, he's a guy who's going to hit big shots. He's a clutch performer. Dale finds him, trying to get him started here down the stretch.
Foster picks up the foul. That'll be his second. Big shot coming up here by Goebel. We'll take a look at it here. Holmes with the pass. 3 guys on Holmes, and then Fust as he rotates over.
And Dale's drawing a little attention tonight, isn't he?
Can't see why. He only led the country in scoring.
Hence the double team, the triple team, the whole team.
You got it. Fox being watched by Holmes. That's Ogo with the jumper, and that goes. And now Ogo has 24. Holmes, who leads this game in scoring at 25, gives it to Yeaman. Back to Holmes. That one just about got away from Dale. Right to Yeaman. Yeaman driven back by Fuss. Gets it to Holmes. Holmes on the far side. He's going to put it up and in. Money ball. You want the big shot, look no further than 35. Ogo wanted to get it down low to Payne. Yeaman steals, and then Podwin follows up on the loose ball, and here come the Cougars.
Not only has Dale hit the 3 ball there, dished out an assist to Goebel, but he's also guarding Ogo on defense.
Holmes to Podwin. Podwin watching Ogo. I'd be charging Ogo here. Take it right to him. Holmes for 3. That's way short. Podwin follows it up, saves it. Nice job by Holmes. He's got the man advantage if he wants it. Dishes it back outside to Goebel. That doesn't go. Payne with the rebound. Elbows flying all over the place. And I heard a whistle go, and now what's going on? Somebody on the bench. Somebody on the Manitoba bench a little upset.
3 minutes to go, 74-72. Every possession critical, and somebody on the Manitoba bench opened their mouth.
One of the Bisons is on the bench, charged with that foul. Holmes connects on the first. I didn't see who it was or what he did.
I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it because you don't expect that.
Was it Chris Lucas? He's looking pretty ticked here on the bench beside us.
Well, he hasn't been a happy camper today.
Holmes gets both of them.
Anyway, you slice it, it costs you 2 points and possession of the basketball.
I'll tell you what, if you're traveling on the highway towards Balgonie and you see a guy with a Bison's bag, it could be Chris Lucas.
It's a long walk home.
I'll say it is.
Especially in this weather.
Yeah.
Well, the Cougs might put him up for the night.
I'm sure they would. You can go to the Mitch Cabaret.
The Mitch Cabaret.
Holmes with the turnaround. That doesn't go, and then the ball bounces out of bounds. I thought it went off of Ogo and out, but they say no. Manitoba will retain possession.
Well, if Manitoba right now can look to 3 guys, Bust, Ogo, and LeChaucer.
I wouldn't count Unger out of that mix either.
No, he's been quiet in the second half, but he can shoot the ball.
Ogo being watched by Holmes. Ogo into the lane. Misses it. Great fight by Podwin to grab the board.
Outstanding defensive boards by Podwin.
2.5 to go. Cougars up by 4. Yeaman in on Fuss. Can't do anything. Pushes it back to the outside, and now we got a timeout, Cougars.
Every possession big.
Well, I'll tell you what, go to the cooler now and pop yourself open another cool one, because you don't want to miss the final 2:17.
No. Okay, boys. All right. We're just a little bit freaked out here offensively, okay? Yeah. We're kind of back into that where we're watching a guy, whoever it is, Dale. It's not always Dale, Ashley, you know. We're waiting for that guy to make something happen and go. And the problem is the NBA defense, we don't have it here. They can sag. All right?
Really low, too.
Exactly. Okay, we're going to start nice and high. We're going to get Tyler right there. Okay, we're going to get Tyler right there. Now, they're still playing that defense, so that's fine. But the way we run it against man. For. And when you suck one of those guys out, if that guy kicks out, then that guy can roll down and we can dump it in. Okay, but we need to be a little bit more active there. We can get some stuff going to the hoop. Okay, we can get some stuff going to the hoop. Now, okay, we got 17.
Run high to Ashley. Run Scotty through, and then we'll get Scotty back on that screen on the backside.
Okay.
Right?
Run, so Ashley up top.
Yeah, we'll bring
bring the ball to Ashley. High to Ashley.
We'll run you through.
Yeah.
Right?
And then we got you on the backside. Okay?
High.
Drew will take a look at a 3-pointer from Dale Holmes a few minutes ago.
Holmes just popping out on the baseline from Ash.
The money ball, as he called it.
Sets the feet. Payne doesn't have a hand up. Too easy for Dale.
Podwin to Wright follows up on it. Tyler Wright, outstanding job. He's tenacious on those boards, and they're going to call it now again. Some activity down there in the corner.
Well, the one referee called Manitoba ball. Referee Dave Wary, the overrule. Crowd loved it. Cougar ball.
2:02 to go. Cougars lead up by 4. They have to win this to force a game 3. Goebel. Yeaman. Ashley Yeaman, the G-Pack Rookie of the Year. The Holmes, the G-Pack Player of the Year. and Ogo comes away with it. Now here comes Unger. Bodies all over the floor. Unger pulls up and cannot hit. And Ashley Yeaman comes up huge, buys him 4 before, 5-on-3 advantage. Holmes dishes it off to Podwin. Now rebound, follows back.
Scotty Goebel. Beautiful job sharing the puck. Yeaman, Holmes, Goebel.
What an effort there. What a sequence there.
Scotty shows why he's a GPAC All-Star.
And then it was Goebel, not Podwin, with the great effort. Listen to this crowd.
Cougs can put him away with the stop right here.
Plus, turnaround. Tell you what, I think Podwin got a piece of that. And then Ogo and Podwin getting into one another's face. I'll tell you what. This is playoff basketball, Drew.
Just stare down at the OK Corral there. Stevie not backing down.
Even one of the fans in there getting into it there, right into Ogo's face.
It's got to be fun for Ogo coming into a packed house, even though he's arch enemy number 1. He likes to play to the crowd.
Ogo at the line. Misses the first one. Fuck with the rebound. They're going to say somebody jumped in there a little too soon. And the Cougars have the basketball. 55.4 seconds to go. I think Josh Payne, your guilty culprit.
Well, Ogo's not going to be able to sleep tonight. You got to cash in at the stripe. The irony of it, Stevie P is going to go down to the other end. He's going to bury a couple.
They called that on LaChaucer. So Podwin will shoot 2. He can connect on them. The Cougars will be up by 8, and it may be time to get out the cigar. Please, no presidential interest. Misses the first one. Ashley Yeaman with the great rebound. And then a timeout is called by James Hillis.
Well, Manitoba falls asleep. Ashley with a big rebound. And they get another possession.
Timeout left. Okay, if you really get stuck, use it. All right, really get stuck, use it. Now, what we need to do here is we need to look after the ball. Okay, we need to run 20 seconds off the clock, get a stop down at this end. LaChaucer's the man. You got him. All right, you have to be as tenacious a defender as you ever. Okay. Yeah, you can't double. You can't ever double. Okay, you can't ever double. Okay. All right. Now, listen. Okay, offensively, we're going to run blue. Okay, we're going to run blue. What we have to be conscious of, we get those. Okay, let's go Tyler, Dale, okay, Stevie, Scotty, Ashley. Okay, I don't care which side it goes. Dale sets the back screen. Tyler, you set a down screen and get out. Okay, on this one coming up, all right, they're going to have guys that are going to be in the starting blocks right there, and they're going to try and shoot the gap. So the guy who sets the second screen, you roll, and don't force that pass, Ashley. Okay?
Almost run a curl there.
Yeah, okay. All right, here we go.
Coach Hill is just talking about the Cougs need to take care of the ball.
Protect the pill.
And on defense, they got to watch LaChaucer. They might want to give up the deuce, but not the three-point shot.
Unger with the obligatory foul on Goebel.
Scotty's pretty solid at the foul line.
70.6% this year. Scott Goebel, who's been quiet tonight.
Scotty's had 6 points down the stretch.
Yep. Came up huge when they needed him.
That's why he's on the court at the end of the game.
We have less than a minute to go. And Chris Lucas thought he was going back to the dressing room for a second. And there's a basket and a foul.
Ogo talking some junk as he walks the baseline. That's big. Pulls him within 6, and you got a chance to pull him within 5 with 39 to go. Plus, it stops the clock.
Yep. Ogo to shoot 1. He's got 26 on the night and make it 27. Timeout, Manitoba.
Manitoba going to call a timeout to set up some pressure, I'm sure. See if they can get a steal before they foul.
Stay up here now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hey, 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 hey. All right. Ball's going to come in, and they are going to foul. Okay, give me the board, please. Okay, ball's going to come in, and they're going to foul. Right? Ask the referee if you're allowed to run the baseline, just to clarify. Okay, just to clarify, we have one timeout if we get stuck. Okay, let's get Holmes right here. All right, let's get Scotty setting the screen for him. Screen and roll back. Okay, Tyler, I want you out there. All right, Claudwin taking the ball out of bounds. Okay, Ashley, half court. I want you guys off. Tyler, I want you way deep. Okay, after these guys set the screen, Ashley, you bust it right there. Okay?
How many timeouts do we have?
We have one left, but I just get it in if you can, okay?
Take your time, Ashley.
Well, I think you pretty much know what the game plan for Manitoba is going to be, and you just heard the game plan for Regina.
Cougars just got to clean up the defensive glass.
Of course, as we've said, the winner of this series will take on the University of Brandon Bobcats, a team that specializes in Pinky and the Brain 101.
They're
next
tough.
weekend in
They're
Brandon.
tough.
Well, they are tough. And coming up, do not turn that station, that dial. In fact, just rip the dial off and keep it right here. The women's final.
So you want to be Cable Regina.
Regina Television, Channel 7. Game 1 of the ladies' final. Manitoba and Regina. Tell you what, I've sat in this gym the last 2 years and watched Manitoba take out the flag.
This year's our year.
Certainly hope so.
Well, fortunately for the Cougars.
You know, in fact, Drew, I think we should put the requisition form in right now to take the mobile to either Halifax or Thunder Bay for nationals. What do you think?
I'm all for that.
I'm all for that. So, Mr. Wagman, if you're listening.
Can throw a Mitch Cabaret down there.
Exactly. A Mitch Cabaret in Halifax. We'll even let Grant and Kevin down in the truck come to that one.
Ron got a foul. Scotty stroked 4 straight at the stripe.
Unger. Brad Unger to LaChaucer. LaChaucer's been murdered from three-point land for the Cougars tonight. Great defense by Wright. This is Ogo backing in on Holmes. And then the pass to LaChaucer goes off of Tyler Wright and out of bounds. 25 seconds to go.
Well, Manitoba's got to score in a hurry. Cougars doing a nice job on D. Tyler Wright won't let LaChaucer get a touch.
Ogo goes high over Holmes to put it in. And then Holmes is fouled by Unger. Let's get a good look at Ogo there.
Oh, Ogo hits a tough shot.
So he did.
Won't go away. They won't go to bed.
And I'll tell you what, I know he got some elevation because I could see him over top the coach who was setting another great screen.
For once.
Little string music.
Dale playing big here in his last few games with the Pack.
It looks like he'll have one more game with the Pack.
He'll be ready to go tomorrow, I'll tell you.
Unger. That doesn't go. Ogo with the follow. Well, they're not going away.
Well, but that's it for Ogo.
That's it for Ogo.
He played a whale of a game.
I'll say he did. He was a monster out there.
32 points, equal in Holmes. All over the glass. Gets a nice round of applause here from the fans of the Pack.
He was large. And Chris McDowell will get some mop-up time for Ogo. As Holmes is at the line.
I guess all we know now is that McDowell wasn't the one who shot his mouth off on the bench.
Yeah.
Might have been the Cable Regina turning point.
Could have been. Brought to you by your good friends at Cable Regina. Regina Television, Channel 7. Home of many fine shows. As we counter down, 8 to go here. Probably another foul coming if they can get one. Yeaman fouled by, I think it was Unger again. If it is Unger, that's it for him.
Coach Suffield yelling out no foul, but his boys couldn't hear him. They're playing till the last tick on the clock. So what do? Do you risk losing your seat here before the women's game, or you just suck it up?
I think we're just going to stay right here. You're moving.
I'm moving on.
You're moving on. You're going to move over and call that next game, and Janet Cook will take your chair.
As long as I don't lose my front row privileges, I'm okay.
Well, just flex your corporate muscle. Say you know the guy that names the Mitch Cabaret after.
I'm big at the Mitch Cabaret.
And as the clock ticks down, check please. It's over. Your final score, the U of R 86, the U of M 80. This best of three is tied at 1 game apiece, and a nice hand for the Cougars as they came through in a must game for them. Drew pretty much a nail biter a lot of the way, but then the intensity sort of came back. I thought it was lacking for the Cougars as they started that second half, but they came back strong, and I think they have to have the momentum going into the decider.
A valiant effort by the Bisons, but I think they're going to be in tough in Game 3. Cougs showed what they're made of tonight, backs against the wall. Holmes with 33. Looking forward to Saturday.
Drew Hunter, thank you very much. Hey, don't turn the channel. In fact, keep it right there. Throw the remote on the couch. Do something with it. We got the women's final coming up. Will the third time be lucky? For the past 2 years, the GPAC Ladies Basketball crown will be decided on this floor. For the past 2 years, Christine Stapleton has seen her team go off this floor in tears, watching Manitoba take the championship flag back to Winnipeg with them after winning 2 heartbreaking Game 3s. 2 years ago, the girls deserved a trip to Thunder Bay. They didn't get one. Last year, they went to Thunder Bay, but didn't get the desired prize. Everyone connected with this program wants another shot at that prize, but they don't want in as a wild card. They want in as conference champions. Beat Manitoba, and you can pack your bag, but leave room for a possible trophy. Lose, and you go through a little nail-biting time to see whether or not you'll lace your sneakers up next week. Welcome back to the pack and the women's GPAC basketball final, game number 1. Drew Hunter has left his seat. I'm joined by Janet Cook. Tell you what, I've been waiting for this for a while.
I think the ladies have too. This is really exciting for them. It is a repeat of the last 2 years, but it's a different Regina team. They're playing with confidence. They've taken Manitoba 4 out of the 5 games this year, and I think they're ready to go.
It is a different Regina team. Drew Hunter and I talked about this off the air before the men's game. The team 2 years ago that lost that heartbreaking Game 3 when Trina Mott missed the foul shot, people said, well, maybe the Cougars couldn't rebound, but I think this team that Christine's assembled now could beat that team of 2 years ago, hands down.
This team is a much more diverse team. They can do it all. They have the big rebounders. They have the three-point shooters. They have everything on this team. They're big. They outsize Manitoba almost in every position. So I think this is the year they'll get it done.
It is going to be fun, so sit back and enjoy this one. Andrea Gottschalk will tip it off against Christina Blau. And we are underway. Off the tip, it bounces around, and Madoran Harris grabs it for the Cougars. Madoran Harris and Amy Mickleborough, 2 fifth-year players who really, really want to see their season extended. Heather Dedman with the ball now for the Cougars, tries to get it into Harris. She can. Harris tries to get it to Mickleborough. Jana Taylor and Christina Blau did a good job on double-teaming her. Ball bounces out of bounds, and Manitoba gets possession. Miguel Antonuck brings it up the floor for the Bisons. That's Megan Dixon with it now. Dixon being watched closely by Harris. Blau off the glass and in, and the Bisons draw first blood.
Blau hurt them last game. She's tough inside. She's quite tall. She's got long arms and a big reach, and she's tough to guard. So they're really going to have to crack down on her.
Christina Blau, a second-team GPAC All-Star, as is the girl that got the ball now. That's Madoran Harris. She spins, fires. That one doesn't fall. Rebound, Mickleborough. Outside to Dedman. Dedman kicks it in, lays it up. That doesn't fall. Gottschalk with the rebound. That's batted away from her. Regina will retain possession.
The Regina's missing a big key to their game this weekend. Corinne Wurst is out with torn ligaments in her hand, so that's going to hurt them. So they're going to have to really come together and play, despite the fact that they're missing their leading scorer and GPAC Player of the Year.
I would think that might put the pressure just a little bit more on Gottschalk, Mickleborough, and Harris. Bree Burgess took a look and dishes it off to Mickleborough. Mickleborough wanted to get it to Harris and dishes it back to Dedman. Heather travels, Manitoba ball. Ann Smith quickly up past court to Janet Taylor. Taylor fouled by Burgess on the way up. And Janet Taylor will go to the line to shoot 2.
That was a quick breakout. The last time these two teams played, Manitoba was having a real problem with a stagnant offense, so I think maybe they're trying to pick up the pace here, get a quick game going.
Foul, as I mentioned, charge to Bree Burgess, her first. As you get a good look at Janet Taylor. She hits them both, and it's an early 4-0 lead for Manitoba. Heather Dedman has the ball stolen away from her by Miguel Antonuc. Miguel Antonuc counts in the layup and hits it, and the Bisons have an early 6-0 lead.
Manitoba started this game on fire. They're running, they're hustling the floor, they're quick breakouts.
Burgess to Gottselig. Gottselig tries to drive baseline, has that go off of her and out of bounds, and tell you what, this is not the start Christine Stapleton wanted to see.
Regina needs a defensive stop here. They need to gain control of the game and the ball.
Ann Smith moves around Harris. Dedman slaps it away. Here comes Bree Burgess. Bree Burgess takes it coast to coast. Can't get it to fall. Harris with the rebound. She loses it. Burgess picks it back up.
Regina seems to be playing with a few too many nerves here. It's shaky. Their first game of the playoffs. They just need to settle down, run the offense, and get a basket.
They need a basket is right. Janet, do you think there's maybe just that lingering thought in the back of the girls' mind, hey, this is the third time we played this team, we haven't beaten them?
I hope not, because I don't think this is the same team. I think this is the team that'll be able to get it done. They're so deep, they're so diverse, and they've really come together. Amy's in her 5th year. She's a natural team leader, and I think she's here to play.
Mickleborough has it, gets that first basket that the girls needed, and they get on the board at 6-2.
Talking to Amy this week, I think she really wants to, these are her last home games in the pack, so I think she really wants to end with some fire and with a blast, so expect a big game from her.
There's a steal, and this is Dedman. Heather Dedman being watched by Christina Blau, dishes it up to Gottselig. They're going to call a foul on Janet Taylor. Didn't think Gottselig really had control about that, but my opinion doesn't matter. The ref that does, and he calls the foul. Janet Taylor collects it. That's her first.
All the way. Tuck it in all the way.
Burgess to inbound it. Mickleborough to Burgess. Burgess from the corner for 3. That falls off the rim. Harris grabs the rebound, follows it up, is stuffed by Christina Blau. Janet Taylor brings it back up the floor for Manitoba. That's Miguel Antonuc with it for Manitoba. Being watched by Harris, who comes out to meet her. Miguel Antonuc moves around. Harris scoops one up. That doesn't fall. And Madoran Harris grabs the rebound. Dedman wanted to get it to Harris, but Christina Blau stepped in front of that one.
Manitoba really seems to have clamped down in the post. Madoran and Amy have scored a lot of points these last few games, so I think Manitoba's really going to clamp down on that. Regina's going to have to get the outside shooting going.
Smith to Blau. Bounces off the rim a couple of times and batted right into the arms of Heather Dedman. Blau knocks it away from her. Heather Dedman's had a tough start to this opening half.
Regina's not handling the pressure at all.
Taylor can't connect. Blau rebound, scores.
Manitoba doesn't really even seem to have a press going on here. They're just sort of putting some pressure in the ball as Regina brings it up, and Regina hasn't been able to handle it, so they're really going to have to get that under control.
Andrea Gottselig with it now for Regina. Gottselig down low to Harris. Harris spins. That one hit the bottom of the basket. Things just are not going Christine Stapleton's way right now. Ann Smith wants to go coast to coast, puts it up, is fouled on the play as she goes up. They're going to call it on Gottselig. That'll be her first.
Regina did a really good job of maintaining Ann Smith in the last game. Ann Smith was the Canadian Player of the Year last year. She's a tough player, really good jump shooter, so they need to do as good of a job as they did last game at Kentucky.
And the girls in gold have taken one to the chin here early on. It's 10-2 Manitoba. Jillian Wassine into the game for Dedman. Out to Gottselig. Gottselig at the top of the key. Wants to get it down to Harris. Nice job by Harris to one-handed. She goes to the floor hard. She'll get up, though, and she'll go to the line. Madoran Harris, who has had an absolutely sensational year for the Lady Cougars, averaged 10.8 points a game, but it wasn't that stat where she was most impressive. It was on the boards where she was a force both offensively and defensively. And there you see the foul there. Harris connected on her first one as we rejoin live action. Madoran makes them both. And the 6-footer on a Moose Jog cuts the deficit to 6.
Madoran's the key rebounder for Regina. She gets a lot of offensive rebounds, which gives Regina a second shot.
Harris, a second-team All-Star, as was Bree Burgess. Ann Smith goes to the lane, can't get it to fall, gets her own rebound. Gottselig batted it away, but I think they're going to call a foul. I think it's going to go on Burgess. If it does, it's her second. It is. Ann Smith to go to the line. As Janet just told you, she was the CIAU Women's Basketball Player of the Year.
She's a very calm and controlled player. She scores when they need her to score. She does the key stuff when they need her to do it. So she's a threat in games like this because she plays with so much composure.
And she steps up in the big games. And there's no bigger than this. Game 1 of the GPAC Ladies Final. The winner will represent the conference at the Canadian Championships in Thunder Bay. The losers, well, their season could be done, but chances are one of them will get a wild card.
Amy's so tough inside. She had 2 players in her back there. She went up strong and got the foul.
Heather Dedman will check back in for Bree Burgess. They said it was a tough start for Heather, so she sort of sat down, thought about it for a couple minutes. And Amy Mickleborough comes to the line. Amy, another person that had just a solid season for this squad. She averaged 12.2 points a game. And was also a force on the board. She hauled down 74 rebounds this year.
Amy was quoted in the leader post today as saying that she wanted to win this game for Trina Mott, who you mentioned before. Amy and Trina played together for 3 years, and they're very good friends. And I think Amy wants to take this team to the national championship for Trina.
Ann Smith from the corner. She has 5. 14-4 for Manitoba. Somebody find an alarm clock. The Lady Cougars have to wake up. Mickleborough inside. Maybe that's the wake-up call they needed. Amy has 4. We're just underway here. 15 minutes to go in this first half. Bisons lead at 14-6. Inside, that was Melissa Stowe. She couldn't get it to fall. Gottselig brings it away. That's Dedman. Heather Dedman wants to get it to Wassine, does so. Wassine couldn't get it to her. Nice dish to Harris, and Madoran makes no mistake.
Beautiful pass by Jasmine. Those two have played together for 3 years, and you can tell they just know where the other one's going to be on the court.
Jasmine Wassine with the nice assist. Madoran Harris with the bucket. Mickleborough knocked it away from Stowe, but Manitoba retains possession. Christina Plow has her shot rejected by Andrea Gottselig. Manitoba will retain possession. Andrea Gottselig shows that she's one of the top defensive players in the CIAU. She will sit down. Becky Poley will come in. And we're going to have a timeout charged to Manitoba.
Manitoba seems to really have picked up their offense since the last time they played the Cougars. You watch Ann Smith, and she's running her cuts hard. She's roughing people up as she's going through the key, and she's really making them notice she's there.
We'll see what Christine Stapleton has to say to her team.
We got to give them something to do on the way here. Yeah, we're going to go 1-3-1, and we're going to put Amy in the pull-up. Okay, girls. Okay, no, we can't. Let's run reverse entry for Amy. Okay, reverse entry for Amy. Defensively, you're going to go man now. You check in, okay, for 1 possession only. Then we'll go back to 2. You're in the middle of the zone, okay? We just have to be patient. It's okay to run offense, eh? So just reverse entry for Amy if you can. If not, run motion, high-low. If it's a zone, you run Russia. Run Russia against the zone. Cougars on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go.
As we'll take a look here at that basket by Madoran Harris. Great dish by Jillian Wassine.
And then
Strong up by Madoran.
Yep. Madoran goes strong to the hole and puts it in. Ann Smith stops and gets the bounce.
That's where Ann's most dangerous. She has a really nice pull-up jumper. She can pull up, go straight up, and has a really high shooting percentage, so they need to stop that.
Jillian Wassine goes to the baseline, puts it up. That's short. And then another basket for the Lady Bisons. Getting that one, Miguel Antonek, she has 4.
She's been playing guard really well for them. Manitoba's actually missing their starting point guard, Gabby. She tore her ACL, so she's been out for a bit of the season. So number 8's really stepped up for them.
Harris again, that one too strong. Harris fighting for the rebound. Blau takes it away. Christine Stapleton wants a timeout. She's not happy with the way this game has started. Miguel Antonek from 3. They're just going to pointer, so it's a 20-8.
So she's just shooting on the zone. Amy will be fine. Okay, guys, you're going to go man. Okay, you got Ann. Offensively, they're in zone. Run Russia.
That was my
Well, no, it was zone. 1-3-1 they were playing. Okay? Guys, the way to beat a zone or anything is move. We're all standing, okay? So why don't you X out, whoever's, Heather, if you bring the ball, Jasmine, you and Amy X out, okay? See what they're playing. So defensively, you're in man, lots of talk, get out in the shooters. Offensively, run rush against the zone, reverse entry against man. Let's go, guys. Cougars on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Christine's trying everything she's got here. She's subbed in Becky Poley, who's usually money on offense. I think she's going to see if she can get something going inside.
Heather Dedman has it go away from, she loses it off the dribble. And they get called on the over and back. Not the start Regina's looking for.
Manitoba's got quick hands. They're putting a lot of pressure up there at the top, which is making the passes inside hard. So Regina's really going to have to take care of the ball.
Cheryl Jean Paul into the game for Manitoba. She's got the ball now working on Jasmine Wassine. Gets it down low to Melissa Stowe. Stowe to Jean Paul to Ann Smith, and Ann Smith gets the basket.
Great passing by Manitoba. Just like Regina, you can tell they've played together for a few years. They know where the other one's going to be.
Mickleborough to Poley. Poley to Dedman, cutting across backside. Dedman puts it up. I think Blau got a piece of it. Harris follows with the rebound.
Madoran just needed to get a couple shots under her belt to figure out where she was under the basket. So now she's got it figured out. She'll be all right.
Christina Blau at the top of the key for Manitoba. That's Miguel Antonek to Jean Paul. Jean Paul wants to get it down low to Blau. Harris won't let her. Jean Paul now throws it away. Ann Smith manages to pick up the loose ball, scoops it up and in.
Tough move. That's tough to defend.
Ann Smith has 11.
She's playing like the former CIU Player of the Year.
Jasmine Wassine to Heather Dedman.
Regina's offense seems really stagnant. There's not a lot of cuts, not a lot of motion.
Mickleborough drives in. Shot won't count. Wouldn't have mattered as it didn't fall. Bree Burgess will check into the game for Wassine. Andrea Gottslig is going to come back in. Amy Mickleborough will sit down.
You'll notice the difference between the Cougars and the Bisons. Regina has quick subs, a lot of movement on their substitutions. I don't think the Bisons have made a sub yet, and that's going to make a difference when it comes down the stretch. Regina's going to be a lot fresher, and the Bisons will be a little more tired.
Gottslig to Becky Poley in the corner. Bree Burgess with it now. Gets it down low to Harris. It fell off of her hands, and Gottslig puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Gottslig got it back. Burgess for 3. Yes.
Big shot for Bree.
Shot by Bree Burgess.
The Cougar guards seem to try to be forced it inside, and the Bisons are leaving him open on the three-point line, so they're going to have to make a few of those.
Smith can't get it to fall. Gottselig yanks down the rebound, and here come the girls in goal. That's Burgess. To Poley. Becky Poley in the corner. Nice pass. Gottselig can't get the fall. And Blau comes away with the rebound.
Gottslig's just rimmed herself in those last two shots.
And
She's
this
not
looks
putting it high
a
enough
lot
up.
like game 1 last year when the girls just couldn't get the ball to fall. Jean Paul dishes it inside. Nice basket by Melissa Stowe. Dedman. To Gottselig. Andrea Gottselig wants to get it down low to Harris. Christina Blau doing a great job on her. Dedman puts it up and gets the bounce.
You have to give a lot of credit to the Bisons. They're a pressure team. When push comes to shove, they play, and they are there to play.
Cheryl Jean Paul with it. To Christina Blau, top of the key. Down low to Stowe. Stowe can't find it. Gottslig tried to get to it. Ball's loose. Dedman has it. Blau's fighting away for it. Blau got it to her teammate, but the whistle had already blown. Possession arrow belongs to Manitoba.
Good hustle by both teams there. You can tell they both want the ball.
It's playoff time. They better have that hustle. Ann Smith works her way out from the corner. Gottselig got a hand on it. Smith comes back, and then Smith stepped out of bounds with it. Regina ball.
Good defense by Gottslig and Coley. They are double teaming Ann Smith, and that seems to work. They're going to have to shut her down because she's having a good game so far.
Medora and Harris will sit down. Amy Mickleborough checks back in as you get a good look at the back of Heather Dedman. Here come the Lady Cougars. You missed it earlier. The Cougar men forced a third game with a win over Manitoba. Now we got a foul inside. It's going to go on Christina Blau by the looks of it.
I think that was actually called on Ann Smith. She's a presence inside. She's making herself tough. She's running her cuts hard on the offense, and she's roughing them up in the defense. So
that was the Manitoba coach, Colleen Dufresne, you just saw as we rejoin the action. That's Gottselig to Burgess. Burgess with a big three moments ago. Becky Poley with it now to Dedman, top of the key. She's going to go for three. She hits it.
Two big shots there by Heather. I think she's pulled herself together. She lost the ball the first couple times, and now she's made two big shots, so that's great for her.
Jane Legel Antonuck to Ann Smith. Fans getting into it here at the pack. Ann Smith from the top of the key. Gottslig got a hand in her face, but Smith says, don't matter.
So smooth.
Dedman to Gottslig. Lady Cougars trail it by 10. It's 28-18, 9 to go in this first half. Mickleborough spins it on Blau. Nice shot, Poley rebound basket. Becky Poley gained position.
I said it before, Becky Poley is the six-man player you want to have. She is so tough off the bench, and she is so composed.
Melissa Stowe from the corner. Pulls the deficit back to 10. Correction, it was Megan Dixon with that basket. Dedman. Heather Dedman fouled by Legel Antonuck as she tried to move around her.
It's a good drive by Dedman. She's got size and speed on number 8 there, so she can probably do that all day.
That's the second foul on Legel Antonuck. Gottselig to Bree Burgess. That's Jasmine Wasine with it. To Burgess. Burgess just about lost it. Now Mickleborough with it. Mickleborough in amongst the trees. She's fouled by Blau going up. Mickleborough will go to the line. And for Christina Blau, that's her second foul.
Fouls on 13. Blau.
Correction, that foul on Blau, just her first. And now as they say that, they say, no, it is her second. Amy Mickleborough connects on 1 of 2. Cougars are hoping they could get the ball off the rebound. Becky Poley tried to convince the ref it went off of Janet Taylor. The referee says, nice try.
That doesn't usually work.
Well, Becky could send her dad after the ref. It worked once. That time it doesn't work for Megan Dixon. And then there's a foul underneath. That's going to go on the Cougars.
That rebound was pulled down by Ola Samborska. She's Bison's starting forward, but she hasn't played much this year. She's injured her knee, so it's good to see her back.
Mickleborough with the foul. And Ola Samborska at the line.
She brings size and a presence inside for the Bisons. They need that.
You can see the big brace on Ola's knee. She missed the first one. And the second one, just an air ball.
I think she's just a little rusty. She hasn't played much this year, so she's got to get the kinks out.
Phoebe DeSimone checks in for the Cougars. Becky Poley will sit down.
Ola was looking tall out there for a few seconds.
Yeah. Phoebe is one big glass of water.
She is. And she's strong, too. She's only 17, but she's physically quite mature.
Gosling down low at the basket. And look at the emotion on the girl's face. That's something we haven't seen in this first half.
That's some playoff passion there from Gosling.
Andrea Gosling is one person who has been on the floor for those 2 Game 3 losses. And she's another one that doesn't want to see it happen a third year in a row.
She's a clutch player. She's sort of taken a different role on this year. Last year and the year before, she was a big scorer. This year, she's taken on more of a defensive role, but tonight, she's here to score.
Gosling connects. Those are her first points of the night, and now the deficit is just 6. And then Andrea Gosling comes through defensively with the steal. Burgess to Mickleborough. Mickleborough spins, goes to the other hand, and puts it in.
There's the passion that Christine was looking for.
Miguel Antonuc to Ann Smith. Ann Smith being watched by Jasmine Wassine. Megan Dixon wanted to get it to Taylor, cuts it out, tries to put it up. Bisons have gone a little cold here. DeSimone yanks down the rebound, and Burgess calls the signal. She'll bring it up the floor. 7 to go here in this first half. 30-26 Manitoba. Game 1 of the GPAC final here on cable Regina Television Channel 7. Bree Burgess.
I don't know what suddenly turned on for the Cougars, but they've hit their last 3 and the crowd is going crazy.
Smith will try and quiet them, and does. Ann Smith, 16 points in this first half. Wassine wants to move around Miguel Antonuc. Now Mickleborough fires it back outside. Bree, spins it in and out. Taylor comes down the list. DeSimone with the steal. What a play by Phoebe DeSimone. Janet Taylor fell asleep, and Phoebe made her pay.
That's great to see. Phoebe doesn't have any experience at the university level in playoffs, and she is just playing right up to the level.
What an effort by the Ruck. Dixon can't get it to fall. Mickleborough drags down the rebound. Jasmine Wassine, a basket here, ties it. Burgess. Gosling. Back out to Wassine. To Burgess fakes the 3, then goes to the corner, puts it back out for Gosling. 10 on the shot clock. Wassine, they got to get a shot away. Jasmine Wassine drives, puts it up. That doesn't go. And Smith comes down with the ball. Sort of a poor shot there by Wassine, but she was really running out of time and maybe had no other option.
I think there's going to probably be a few shot clock problems this evening. It's quite noisy in here, and it's hard for the girls to hear.
Borska puts up a weak one, then we're going to get a foul underneath. They're going to call it on Taylor. Taylor asks the ref just, what do you think you're doing? And Janet Taylor's got 3 fouls on her, and that is huge, Janet.
That was a tough call. There was a little scrum in there, and unfortunately she was the one that came out with the foul.
There you see Christine Stapleton talking to Amy Mickleborough. She sits down, Madoran Harris checks back in, and at the line will be Bree Burgess.
Jana got herself into foul trouble the last time these two played too, but she has a tough role. She has to guard Amy and Andrea and Madoran inside, so that's a lot of work for one player.
Christina Blau checks back into the game for Manitoba. She's 13 as you get a look at Bree Burgess.
I think Jana probably ends up doing a lot of the dirty work too. Ola's injured, so she can't really get in those scrums. So
this will tie it up. But we will have to wait for that moment. Smith. To Miguel Antonek, back to Smith. Miguel Antonek from the outside. She's been lethal early on as well.
Regina's going to have to get out on her. She's shooting well.
Wassine. Thought about getting it to Harris. Nice cut by Gottselig. Back door. Ball doesn't fall, but the Cougars got what they wanted. Nice backdoor cut by Andrea Gottselig. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
She is just soaring her cuts through the key. This is a great game for her. Jasmine's the type of player who will make those passes too. Not probably the highest percentage pass, but Jazz will make it. If it works, it sure looks good.
We'll see it there. I think a lot of the Bisons thought that ball was going to go to Harris. Gottselig gets them both. And again, it's a one-point game.
Regina's made this a game. They shouldn't come out strong. With these last 10 minutes, they've been blazing.
Jean Paul. That's Ann Smith. Ann Smith for three.
Oh, big shot.
Man. Tell you what, somebody go find a glass of cold water and pour it on Ann Smith.
She has 19 in the first half, and she's not done.
Smoking.
This is the kind of game they need from Ann, though.
Harris has it go off her hands, and Jean Paul brings it back up floor for Manitoba. Miguel Antonek. That one doesn't go. Harris grabs the rebound. Burgess. Bree Burgess for Gottselig, and she threw it away, but it went off the hands of, I believe it might have been Ann Smith, so possession remains with the Cougars.
What a luxury Christine has in being able to make these quick subs and keep putting fresh bodies back on the floor.
Burgess. Deadman. Back to Burgess. Bree, three. Oh, man. No luck in those three-pointers for Burgess. And she's had a couple spin in and out, but Madoran Harris right there to clean up the trash.
Rebounding is such a key to the Cougars' game. Ann Smith can hit all the shots she needs, but if Regina keeps getting the first rebound and getting the second rebound when they shoot, then they'll be all right.
Regina has to find a way to control Ann Smith. Manitoba has to find a way to stop Madoran Harris inside. Ball knocked out of bounds. Manitoba will retain possession. 10 on the shot clock. There you see Colleen Dufresne, the Bison coach, at the bottom of the screen by the referee, barking out the signals. Smith with 8 on the shot clock. Coley watches her. Ann Smith. Oh, man.
Tough shot. Oh, Becky had a hand right in her face.
Ann Smith is killing the Cougars. Burgess to Harris. Harris working on Blau, puts it back outside. Burgess tries it again, and this time she gets it.
There's the answer Regina needs.
Try again. That's the motto for Bree Burgess and the Cougars, and that three ball went down.
Bree's got to keep shooting those, though, because that kick is wide open. They're really clamping down on the post inside.
Well, they're going to call Harris, I think, in a foul underneath.
Oh. The guard's really open for that kick.
For Madoran, that's her first. Blau to inbound. Jean Paul with a wide open look. She puts a little too much on that, and now back comes Burgess. Great steal by Jean Paul and an easy basket.
That's about 6 points the Bisons have just off of Regina not taking care of the ball, bringing it up the court. That's so key.
2.5 to go in this first half. 42-38 Manitoba. Harris in the key, spins on Blau, and puts up a wild shot that went nowhere near the basket, and Ann Smith comes away with it. Christine Stapleton a little frustrated. She wants a timeout next time she gets. Christina Blau banks it off the window and in.
44-38 to score.
And the Cougars come back, and there's a little frustration on their face as they head back to the bench. And there's a little steam, I think, coming out of Christine.
The Cougars have fought their way back into this game by taking high percentage shots, so I think they're going to have to stick to that.
I think Andrea Gottselig may have taken one to the teeth as she goes to the bench.
32, when the ball goes in the baseline, you got to hustle out and close out, okay? Because they're just pump faking and dribbling around. Okay, so go hustle out, close out. But the people up top here, you can't sink down too much. Breeze in behind you, she'll front the post. Okay? Offensively, keep moving, don't force. Two sides of the floor. Okay? That inside-out stuff is working. Inside out. Okay? We need some stops here. Cougars on 3. 1, 2, 3.
We'll take a look at that Bree Burgess three-pointer that spins in and out, and then we're going to see the steal there by Dee Simon. A great play by Stevie. She picks the pocket of Janet Taylor and puts it in. That was a big basket.
Quick hands and good brains.
And right now the girls need a couple of more big baskets. 2:11 to go. They trail it by 6, 44-38. They'd sure like to bring it back to even Steven at the half. Burgess, Dedman. Heather Dedman to Becky Poley. Poley wanted the backdoor cut to Burgess. That didn't work, so they get it to Mickleborough and try plan B. Mickleborough to Poley. Poley.
No touch.
We're going to have a foul here.
Regina seem to be running their cuts really high. They're not running their cuts below the foul line. Manitoba's not letting them in the key, so that's hurting them.
Melissa Stowe's with the foul, her first. Amy Mickleborough to go for the line. Good look at Amy right there. String music by Amy Mickleborough.
Aim's here to play tonight.
She's got 9.
I doubt you'll see her miss many.
Down low, Harris trying to steal it from Melissa Stowe, and Harris did a good enough job to force a jump ball, and the possession arrow belongs to Regina.
Strong hands by Medor, and she held that ball with just one hand.
Did she crack walnuts with her bare hands? Find that out of the half and let us know. Mickleborough drives down the lane and puts it in, and once again it's a 2-point game.
Nice take by Amy. Amy's such a versatile player. She can take you off the dribble, she can shoot the three, and she can post up inside. You never know what she's going to do.
Getting a little tougher on defense here now, not letting a lot of room. That's Christina Blau in the corner, dishes it back out to Jean Paul. She just about lost it, puts it up. That doesn't go, follows it up, and then that doesn't go. Harris, outstanding job, and then Jean Paul got it away from Medor, and the Bisons retained possession. Nice job by Jean Paul. Miguel Antonuc from the corner hits it.
They're trying to play in a zone now, but they're really going to have to focus on boxing out. The smallest player in the Bison's got 2 rebounds in there. They're going to have to box her out.
We are under a minute to go in this first half. Dedman to Poley. Poley wants to get it to Harris. Blau just says, forget it, Medor. Now Harris has it. And they're going to call a foul away from the ball. Actually going to call Harris free in the key.
Good defense by Blau. She's really holding her own against Medorn.
Christina Blau outside to Stowe. Stowe has all the room she wants to hit that running jumper. Actually, that was Megan Dixon. Bree Burgess with less than 10 to go. Dedman down low to Harris. She spins, gets it to Becky Poley. I think somebody might have gotten a hand on that. The Bison's trying to get one last shot. Nah, it's not going to get a hope. Well, I'll tell you what, Janet, anybody that thought that this might be an easy ride for Christine Stapleton's crew, they thought wrong, because we got ourselves a battle. A couple weeks ago, we saw these two teams come in here, and the Lady Cougars led by 26 at the half. A couple weeks later, they're down by 6 at the half.
I think the difference between those two games is one player, Ann Smith. She has 22 at the half. In that game, she had 8 at the half. Different game. She's playing a different game. She's leading her team. She is such a strong player and such a force.
Ann Smith
Smith is killing the Cougars. Is it going to continue? We'll find out right after this. 48-42 at the half. You're watching GPAC basketball on Cable Regina, Regina Television. Welcome back to the Pack. It's a little tense in the old gym right now. That's because the Lady Cougars find themselves down by 6, 48-42. After one half of play, leading scorers Ann Smith. She has been everything for Manitoba. She has 22 points. Amy Mickleborough with 11 to lead the Lady Cougars. I'll tell you what, Janet, the Bisons have been hustling. Here's one example right here. Cheryl Jean Paul with the miss. Then the follow. Madoran Harris gets the rebound, and Jean Paul says, you know, we're just going to keep that ball in our possession. So it winds into a Manitoba basket.
There's no way she should be taking that ball away from Madoran, that's for sure.
We are underway, and that's Megan Dixon losing it. And that's a good start for the girls in gold.
Regina really needs to come out hard here. They didn't start the first half hard, so they really need to score some quick buckets and play hard. Lots of hustle, lots of...
Gotzela tries to get it down low to Mickleborough. She had 3 pairs of Bison hands that she was trying to get it through. That didn't go. And then coming strong is Janet Taylor. Too strong, in fact. And Gotzela comes away with the board.
The Bisons are really clamping down in the post. Regina's going to have to look elsewhere.
Gotzela to Burgess. Tries to get it down low to Mickleborough. That bounces off of Blau's hands and out of bounds. Regina will retain possession.
They're really trying to force it into Amy. If they want to get it into her, they're going to have to go at least 2 sides of the floor. Send the ball around a couple times so that Manitoba doesn't know exactly where the ball's going.
That's Gotzela. She's pushed away from the basket. No foul called. Burgess wants to get it down low to Harris. Can't do so. Now Devin at the top of the key to Burgess. He's going to have to hurry and get a shot off here. Burgess to Harris. Madoran's going to have to get it away, and then a foul charged on Blau. Is it going to go against or Harris? It's going to go against Blau. That's her third.
That's
Cougars
tough for Manitoba.
Little fortunate there for Regina.
Both of Manitoba's key post defenders are in foul trouble. Blau has 3 and Janet Taylor has 4. That's going to hurt down the stretch.
Goes up, and then a foul is called. Thought it might be Blau for her 4th, but it's not going to be. It's going to be Taylor with her 4th. That's huge. Heather sinks the first one. And gets both of them to cut the lead to 4. Smith with it. Smith working on Gotzela. 2 of the best in the GPAC right there. Taylor. Dixon. Basket.
I think that's the matchup Regina wants. They want Gotzela guarding Ann Smith. She's their best defender, so as long as she stays out of foul trouble, I think they'll have
Heather Dedmon going strong to the basket.
She seems to have overcome that getting the ball at the court thing.
Yep. Dixon to Blau. Blau down low to Taylor. Taylor and Mickleborough puts it up. Bad shot by Janet Taylor. Mickleborough grabs the rebound. Burgess quickly up the floor to Dedmon. Dedmon to Harris. That pass at her eyeballs, and then what a break for Regina as Taylor bats it off of Blau's foot and out.
Madoran just seems to be a rack of nerves here. She's got to settle down, get control, take good shots, and hold on to the ball.
That's Burgess for 2. Gets it. Bree Burgess has such a smooth-looking shot, Janet.
She does. She's really stroking it now, and it's really nice for Regina because she's a big guard. She's 5'11". If she can shoot those outside shots, that really helps her.
Harris just about got the ball away from Miguel.